Some people not gonna talk unless you tell them to talk. Some be not good thing unless you tell them to think. Some be, oh, some be, Some be not gonna go unless you tell them to go. Some be not gonna stop unless you tell them to stop. Some be not gonna talk unless you tell them to talk. Some be not gonna think unless you tell them to think. Some be, oh, some be, oh, tell them to go straight. No break, no jam, no sense. Tell them to go kill the Joro Jana Joro. No break, no jam, no sense. The Joro Jana Joro. Tell them to go quench the Joro Jana Joro. No break, no jam, no sense. The Joro Jana Joro. Go and keep going. Go on down. Go on quench. Go on fall the back. Go on quench. Go on kill. Go on die. Go on fall the back. Go on die. Go on quench. Go on kill. Go on fall the back. Joro Jana Joro. So be when I walk with it, Joro Jana Joro. So be when I walk with it, Joro Jana Joro. So be when I walk with it, Joro Jana Joro. Attention, big match, slow match, left turn, right turn, bottom, double up, evaluate, upper hand, tendencies, fall out, fall down, get ready. Attention, big match, slow match, left turn, right turn, bottom, double up, evaluate, upper hand, tendencies, fall out, fall in. Order. Attention, big man, slow man, left on, right on, bottom, double on, salute, open on, fall out, fall down, leg ready. Attention, big man, slow man, left on, right on, bottom, double on, salute, open on, fall out, leg ready. Order! One more time, everybody. Attention, big match, slow man, left on, right on, bottom, double on, salute, right on, fall out, get ready. Attention, big match, slow man, left on, right on, bottom, double on, salute, fall out, get ready. Order! Yes! Hi everyone. Hi, good afternoon everyone. Right. Good afternoon everyone. Welcome to this edition of Chatroom with the King. My name is Victor King and I'm privileged to be your host. How is everyone doing? How is your week going? It's Tuesday and the month is winding down gradually. And I can just hope that, you know, as the year begins to run down, God is helping us to find purpose and, find a place of relevance and everything that you've really look up to God for this year, God begins to bring them into actualization. Ah, somebody say, Akubo Shinlo. How is everyone doing? Right, this is supposed to be a quick one, and we're gonna have it like never before today. It's gonna be in two parts. I asked God to give me straight. I was supposed to be out yesterday, but honestly, I have a very tedious, workload over the weekend. I was just tired. Like I was tired. I was extremely tired. I was just laying down on my bed and just looking, just like literally just couldn't do anything all day. And of course, I was just laying down there enjoying some educative chats. You know, just seeing bushing law everywhere. I was just watching and enjoying all those educative chats that we are seeing lately. You know, it's interesting when we see them. So I was just there, just watching from from a great distance. You know what I mean? So that was why I couldn't come out yesterday. Please accept my apologies on that. But today we are here and we have to do the show of yesterday and today right by its side. So this is gonna be a quick one. Within an hour and a half we'll be out. Then I will come right back by 3:30 thereabout. And we can have our, April series that will be exclusive teaching and nothing else. But this we just need to address and put some things in place. Can you guys hear me at all? Because I'm not using the microphone. Is my volume audible enough for everyone to hear? I always forget to, inform us that right now all of our telecast is on YouTube and on Twitter. Every time we're live on Facebook, we are right now live on Facebook, and we are live on YouTube, and we are live on
Periscope and Twitter at the same time. So you can use any of this platform to stream our videos or watch them or share them depending on what it is. It doesn't change on YouTube. It's still Victor King Initiative. And on Twitter, my handle is at Olukoya King. It's my handle on Twitter. I think my voice is still tired. My voice is kind of cracky. You just, bear with me. No, this one is this one is violent shots. We'll come back to the educated. You know when things is roaming your stomach, it will not be easy to comport and do something that is educative. Educative chatting will come back by 3:30 there about. This one, violence in you. Violence chat, violence ala. Violence, hey. Paul and my wife, so Police be at alert. Police be at alert. Violence in you. Facebook. Elizabeth Adewale, thank you very much. I want to YouTube near. Yeah, shout out to all of our viewers on YouTube. Shout out to all of our viewers on Periscope, and shout out to all those who are viewing us from Twitter. Don't mind me, I was knocked out yesterday, man. I was supposed to come out by, was it 3 o'clock? I woke up like past 4, and I'm like, oh Lord, can't do it. Right. A quick one. Let's take it up from there. Like I said, this is not supposed to be, something that we don't intend to stay long here. Well, we will be. I'm trying to actually have used the other computer to monitor so I can be bringing out some things there, because I want to bring out certain things there. First of all, I would like to make a big congratulations to God's servants, Dr. D.K. Olukoya, who yesterday was, recognized, was being honored with, with an appointment as the Chairman Board of Governing Council of the Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta. Is a great landmark, and we are just proud of who you are and what you stand to represent. We can't be less proud of such a great icon like that. We can't be less proud of a man that, is blessed by God to make a visible impact like that. I'm trying to look for something. Okay, maybe I'll just leave that. So we want to, on behalf of myself, every member of the team, this production team, and all our viewers across the world, give a big salute to Dr. D.K. Olukoya on his appointment as the Chairman, Board of Governing Council, Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta. It is again a landmark achievement that spells out a life of excellence, a life of, hard work, a life of diligence, and a life that is committed to service for humanity. And I'm very excited because this appointment and this honor is coming at such a time as this. Beyond doubt, Dr. D.K. Olukoya You can't just hide from that reality that this is a man of excellence. Even before this appointment, his track. You see, in this life, it's funny. Have you realized that it is people that don't know you that criticize you the most? And people that has amounted to nothing will never amount to anything. They always find it easy to, rubbish people who have committed their life, who have dedicated their time, their intellect to good works. And, this appointment is very profound. You know what that means when you're appointed as a chairman board of governing council? In other words, is the pro-chancellor of the Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta. So, when you want to talk about Dr. Olukoya next time to all the morons who just want to sit back in one council house and talk nonsense, when you want to talk about this man as a pastor, or you want to include him in your madness and allege him to be fraudulent as a preacher, put it behind your mind that if Olukoya today chooses not to be a pastor, he will still be a successful man, a man who have gotten to the strata of his career. He will remain relevant in the society at large. He will remain relevant to humanity. A man who is yet to be 60 and has published, I'm not talking of motivational book, I'm not talking of religious books. Somebody who have published more than 70 scientific books. More than 70. That kind of a man is not who you want to enlist as, they are just doing church to collect people's money. Excuse me. Are you crazy? If he chooses tomorrow not to be a pastor again, he will still be a millionaire in dollars, not naira. If he chooses today to close down every mountain of fire branches and just face his career, he will still be a millionaire in dollars. This appointment as the chairman board of governing council of the University of Agriculture, Abeokuta, is very profound. It spells out, he answers so many questions. This is a man who have committed himself to scientific study, especially in human anatomy. Oh, they say he's more than 60, and it's looking like that. Dr. Olukoya is above 60. How are you guys sure? You know what you're saying? I don't know about that. He looks too young to be above 60, but well, let me look it up. Wow, he's 63. 63, God damn it. This man is fine. Oh, wow. He's very handsome. 63 years old. Wow. Abájọ tí Maureen fẹ́ kú. No, now wrong now. Báwo lè máa expect kí Maureen máa hypertension? Wrong now. Ṣé 63 years, looking kinky like that? Honestly, I was just thinking he's in his mid-50s. No, Maureen máa ń lo orgasm sí irú ẹ̀yàn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Bàbá yìí fine ju Sam Ojo lọ, ṣé mo ní? And Sam Ojo is not even up to 50. No, no. Now I understand. No. Hold on now. No, hold on. They expect Kingdom Maureen do. Could he like 63? Wow. Wow. Oh, now I get it. Now I get it. Honestly, I thought he's in his late 50s too. I never thought he's up to 63 years old. He looks too good for his age. No. No. Ẹ má bínú o. Àwọn kankan wà tí ó kàn wà logical. Ṣé Sam Ojo tó ya Maureen ní wèrè? Sam Ojo tó jẹ́ kí Maureen sìnwé tó dórí Facebook. No, now how will you even put? There's no way you will put Olukoya side by side with Sam Ojo. Sam Ojo ló dẹ̀ jíù tí Maureen tayé ẹ̀ fẹ́ bàjẹ́ yìí. She started Facebook live show not because she want to be a speaker. It's a reaction to depression. She was jilted by Sam Ojo, and that is the root of her madness. No, now. You put them side by side. If ordinary Sam Ojo can make you run mad, and you are obsessed all these years, could they tolerate was in the bank? No, now. There's no way you will not envy men like this. Ìgbà táwọn bàbá yìí dẹ̀ ń kàwé tó ń acquire value, what were you doing? Kò yìí ni àgbèrè yìí ni. Jumping from pillar to post, fugitive, Sister Kane, jumping from one man to another man. Pẹ̀lẹ́ o, mother of all nations. The end justified the means. When you are cutting corners with Victor Odiri and while you are married to BADEJO, you're cutting corners, stealing people's money, rob a whole bank, rob Celtel, run to Dublin. Those were when this man, people like this, were investing. They were investing in their life. So now you want to now hate the results when you did not embrace the process. No, go wrong now. Some things are just going to happen like that. Nothing will ever work for Maureen. Kì í ṣe pé there are consequences of poor choices that she's making. Poor choices. Like extremely poor choices. So we want to congratulate Dr. Dike Olukoya on his appointment. And we are happy to be identified with you. We celebrate grace. Is profound. Is really, really impressive. And we are just happy to have you as a standard and as a leader, a father figure, and an exemplar of holiness and diligence. There's so much level of laziness and mediocrity in Christendom today. People hide under the pretext of spirituality to become mediocres and be lazy and loaf around. These are men of God that you look and that would challenge your mind to know that it is not by speaking in tongues. If you did not put in the work, how? What will you say about a man like this? What will you say about a man like this? If Olukoya decide not to be a pastor again ever in his life, he will still be relevant in this life. The achievement that God has helped him with in this life will continually speak for him and feed him for the rest of his life. If he chooses not to be a pastor again, should be his offering that you think he's collecting, and that's how he's to you is defrauding people. Maureen Elenu Shipote. If he chooses not to be a pastor again today, Oshi man 10 times. Okay, I'm sorry now. Victor, you're stupid. 100 times better than Olórí ẹbí yín. As in Olúọmọ family gbogbo àti ọmọ náà yájọ́ àti Bádéjọ combine. Wọ́n bá kọ́ yín méjì gbogbo family ẹ̀ left and right pọ̀. Wọ́n bá wá gbogbo àwọn Olúọmọ mọ̀lẹ́bí yín. This man will still be 100 times ahead of them. 100 without mountain of fire. Òyìnbó kì í dùn sọ àwọn kankan. Maureen, if you come to this world 7 times, you come, you die, you reincarnate, you die, you reincarnate, you die. And each of those 7 times you walk, you live, grow to full age, you will still not be able to achieve 20% of the achievement of D.K. Olukoya. If you have to die 7 times, die, come back, live again, die, live again, die. 7 life put together. You will never be able to amount to 20% of what God has helped him with. Let me give you a snippet. This man is not just a scientist, he's not just a leader. In fact, the least thing he has achieved is even being a pastor. Let's leave spirituality aside. He is a record breaker. Record breaker. Olukoya is considered in record as he is the first man in Nigeria, first Nigeria to ever clone a cell. First Nigeria to ever clone a cell. And he was recognized for that. This is not just ASABE. He has not only studied his scientific inventions, has produced a record-breaking history for him. Let me look for that. I'm looking for something now. There's no way. Okay, thank you. First class from the University of Lagos. This man is building, he's a record breaker. Understand? You know how many things he has first to do this, first to do that. Let me give you some of the facts about the man that somebody who cannot even afford shelter, that is living in government-assisted housing, want to sit down and spend 4 hours to talk about. Holy Nilari Maureen. Kò sí bó ṣe fẹ́ ṣe. Holy Nilari. Check Ben Big Bo. Fẹ́ fàfin wóyìnbó ni. Where is this thing, Jerry? I saw it this morning. He has so much to prove himself. He has already done so well for himself. So well for himself, far beyond. Kì í ṣe yamayama. To clone genes. Do you know what clone means? first Nigerian scientist to clone gene, and that is coming from the vice president. That is coming from the vice president. And I hope you know that this is Forbes, right? This is Forbes record. You run will not ever work Forbes, Maureen. Kí ló fẹ́ gbé ẹ̀wọ̀ Forbes? Like, báwo lè fẹ́ débẹ̀? Because you see, ẹ kàn useless kalẹ̀ ni. Useless dànù. The margin is too far. The margin is too far. It's too far. What did Gino do? You just want to like come here and just rubbish your mouth. Now, let's get to the deals. Now, I can't laugh. The last time I was talking to you guys about the court's injunction that was given to Maureen, you know, there was a hearing about the whole thing, and this lady was given, you know, there was a hearing about his, all the allegation of assault and defamation of character and malignment. And at the UK court, first of all, counterclaim was dismissed, and the court ordered that, first of all, she desist with immediate effect from talking about Dr. D.K. Olukoya, his family, and the ministry. Anything that has to do with him, run away from it. This fool, that same day, already breached that. Maureen, read my lips. Ó máa ṣe ẹ̀wọ̀n. Wàá ṣe ẹ̀wọ̀n. Wọ́n máa kọ́kọ́ ta catapult sọ̀kan báyìí. Wọ́n á fi tèpú wọn. Wọ́n náà á fi wọ́n ẹ̀wọ̀n ẹ̀. Now, they refrain her from furthering to talk about him or malign him in any way, and then it was ordered that he would pay all the legal fees. You know, I was telling you the last time that Kosini it would be up to 10,000. I was wrong. Even lawyer fee was about 50,000-60,000. And they have two lawyers representing them at the same time. Now, thereafter, Maureen did a show blaming the lawyer, put all the blame on our own lawyer for not bringing our evidences. Ayenshi Maureen, the same evidence that she already seen and signed. The lawyer was actually the one who went there to go and save her, because she's supposed to have like real good, severe, consequences for her actions. But the lawyer went there to concede that, yeah, this girl maligned this, this man of God. Her claim was that the lawyer did not go with the evidence, they didn't come with, and I don't get it. Are you telling us that your lawyer was bribed, or your lawyer was under a spell, or your lawyer was, which part of it? What is the claim about? What exactly is the claim about? We don't get it. Now, that same day, Maureen broke the law. She did not only indirectly mention him, she verbally mentioned his name. And for you to think that they say stop talking about this man, you think, yes, I can mention the name of the church as long as I don't mention his name. you are crazy. Surprisingly, bó ṣe stupid làwọn tó ń tẹ̀lé ẹ stupid. Well, the Bible said so. Psalm 115 verse 8 said so. They that worship them are like them. Àwọn tó ń tẹ̀lé ẹ náà bíi tiẹ̀ náà rí. Sí, Bíbélì wípé ègbé ni fáládùúgbò èèyàn búburú. One of the easiest way to fail is to be in the company of failures. Hear me. Let me take that again. One of the surest way to fail in life is to have companies of failures, association of people. If you are the richest among your friends, you need new friends. Run. You will soon be poor. It's a question of time. There's what we call the mirror effect. Poor people work with poor friends. You are doing well, you are focused. And when I say rich, I don't really necessarily mean money. You are the only person who have a goal, who have a vision among all your friends. No, they will soon kill your vision. You are the one who have to pacify and babysit and pull your friends up. No, while you are pulling them up, their way to be every day will pull you down. It is easier for who is down to pull down than who is up to pull up. The surest way to fail in life is to be surrounded by failures. Another way to fail is to live without an influence in your life. Téèyàn bá ti wà tí ò lólùbáwí, téèyàn bá ti wà tí ò lẹ́ni tó lè sọ pé káì má ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀, ayé àtóbàjẹ́. It's a question of time. Téèyàn bá ti wà tí ò lónítìjú, there are some things you just don't do because you feel like doing it, but you just feel like if so person here, he won't like it. If so person here, she won't like it. Somebody who can caution you, who can chastise you, who can mentor you. But people don't like to be corrected. Well, maybe you would like to fail. Maureen is surrounded by, our content will attract mediocre, so you will not be surprised. Our content will attract people just like her. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying run for poor people. No, the Bible says that giveth to the poor, lendeth to God. It is our duty, responsibility to reach out to people who are less, privileged and less fortunate around us and in our society. But there is a difference between help somebody and be a friend with somebody. Get it right. Get it right. You should help. It's not whether you feel like it's supposed to be a duty, responsibility. As much as you are blessed, find someone that you can be a blessing to. But that you are being a blessing to somebody does not necessarily make them your friend. You have to know how to draw that line. There's a mirror effect. You will become your association. Your association becomes who you are. You will be defined by your association. You talk too much with mediocres, you will be a mediocre over time. It's a question of time. Maureen is surrounded by shallow-minded people. And the only fool among them is Maureen. Because those people calling and joining you to do this foolishness. First of all, it shows that there are people who are reckless, who have never amounted to anything, who will never amount to anything. You can see from their mannerism, from their approach, from their thought pattern, from the way they process information, you can clearly see that empty-headed fools, as in things that are clearly, evidently open like this. Bóyá wàá mọ̀ fẹ́ tì pa ni, bóyá àwọn ọ̀tá ẹ̀ ni o, bóyá àwọn ogun ìdílé wọn ni o, bóyá àwọn orúnmọlẹ̀ láti ìlàjẹ ló ń ti ayé ẹ̀ pa pé ó ṣàgbọ́dọ̀ ṣẹ̀wọ̀n, bóyá àwọn nǹkan tó ti ṣe sí ẹ̀yìn àwọn ìwà àbàjẹ́ tó ti wù sí àwọn Mr. Níran Bádéjọ àti àwọn tó ti pa lẹ́kún ní Access Bank, bóyá àwọn angel wọn ló ń tì pé ó ṣàgbọ́dọ̀ ṣorí burúkú at all costs, like you just have to be unfortunate in life. I don't get it. Because other than that, it does not make any sense. It does not make any sense. Oh, you are saying you are doing awareness, you are a journalist. Show me that journal house. Show me that which media organization is your standard? Who are you benchmarking? Show me that media that sit and flog over one person's issue for 9 months. Like Oshobo, ni life. It shows that you have personal grievances. The first value of reporting is objectivity. You don't have it. You get personal with people like that. The truth is that Maureen is depressed. And like, it's almost normal for her to be depressed. I would be surprised if she's not depressed. Téèyàn bá ti bímọ mẹ́ta fọkùnrin mẹ́ta tí ò dẹ̀ sí nílé ọkọ before 50 kò sí ní ọmọ mẹ́ta bàbá mẹ́ta ò dẹ̀ sí ládé orí náà. You are failing. Failure has become a part of your life. O dẹ̀ ń bá PhD holder sọ̀rọ̀. O ń bá inventor sọ̀rọ̀. We want to talk about tithe and offering. I've been a church administrator before. You don't understand church. There are people who sow seed to the but when it comes to tithe and offering, na scam o. Àwọn ilé ń develop padà o. Because like kò add up. Sometimes àánú Maureen máa ń ṣe mí pé ṣóògùn ìdílé lélẹ̀ àbá fọwọ́ fà. Èwo ló ń jà ẹ́ ń bẹ̀? Èwo gangan ló ń jà ẹ́? Ṣé dandan ni kó ṣorí burúkú ni? Like, must you? I don't get it. Let's look at the worst case scenario. You say, okay, yes, we are doing awareness. Are your audience deaf? What are you trying to do? Convince the whole world against one person? It has never happened. It will never happen. Even CNN, that's the largest news reporting media in the world, has never been able to convince the whole world over a particular person or over an objective. Who the hell are you? I need to say something real quick. You see, this is to anybody speaking on Facebook, myself included. Well, I realize the way you people act sometimes as if you are that relevant. I don't get it. Facebook speakers be acting as if they are actually popular. No, you are not. It's 0.0000000.0000000.00.1 of the population of the world that knows you. Like, you are not known. You are not relevant. And some are even still doing pretty well. Maureen, you are not relevant. Whatever you see on your platform is inconsequential, is not valid, is not substantial, it cannot be established, it's only for mediocre records. Like, it's not substantial. You are not valid. You will never be the yardstick for any validation. You are not existing. And unfortunately for you, you don't have the pedigree, you don't have the antecedents, you don't have the value, you have not commanded that aura. You have not commanded that integrity to speak, and any sensible person should listen to. Why do you think that when you apply for a position in any organization, they ask for your resume? They would have just asked for your certificate and see that, okay, you qualify and hire you. Why do you think they ask for your resume? Because they want to see the track record of what you have done in a working environment. See, what makes a man valuable is his records. It's his resume. Who are you? You are not just your name and your last name. What makes you is, every little component of your background. There are two things that makes a man: nature and nurture. Nature is what comes to you, like what grows with you as part of your DNA, how you are raised, the gene of your mother and your father, those things what you are raised with, the DNAs, the stuffs, the pattern, your look, your size, your complexion, your gesticulations, your whatever, certain behaviors to an extent that comes as a function of who gave birth to you is nature. You don't decide that, it is natural for you. Now, two things make a man, like I said, nature and nurture. Nurture is how you are raised. How you are raised, where you grow up, the kind of school you've been through, the kind of association that you keep, the kind of people you know, the kind of work you do, where you live. Most of the times, how old you are, because maturity sometimes reflects on our actions, inactions, choices, and opinions. And those things, those are nurtures. And nurture does not necessarily mean how your parents raised you. There's an extent to your parent, and there's an extent how you nurture yourself. So what makes a man, what makes you valuable or inconsequential are these two things. Now, unfortunately, you have shown to the world that, first of all, you don't have good nature. Because ọmọ tó bá lóbìire, tó bá ti léere jáde, tó bá tara èèyàn re jáde, tó bá ń hùwà, á máa hùwà with the consciousness of àwọn èèyàn ló bí mi, orúkọ àwọn èèyàn kan ni mò ń bí ẹ̀, that consciousness will be there. We don't do things for ourselves alone. We consider our loved ones, our family values. We put them in consideration when you talk, your mannerism, your composure, your poise. You will put in cognizance the value, if it at all exists, of where you're coming from, of the kind of family that you're raised from. You show clearly that you are not well raised. You are not some things will have been a motivation for you. You don't understand. And then clearly, you clearly don't have a good nurture. And your record says that. Your record shows that. Tell me one thing. One thing. I don't know if anybody knows. And I'm challenging Maureen too. That Maureen BADEJO can write down like this as an achievement. Tell me. About me tag and find Maureen. But this is Maureen achievements. Tell me, where I say, I've been able to achieve this. Anyway, you just bought a new car. I saw that. Ìyá kọ́lọ́n bless Sunday Igboho. Ọlọ́run ló ní kó lọ jà. Ìwọ ṣáà ti cash out lórí ìjà oníjà. Káre, èèyàn GoFundMe. Mi ìmọ̀ wáyé tí máa yàn ṣe tí ìsàsí ẹ̀ dànù. No, I have been asking some new questions. I want anyone, maybe who knows Maureen better than me, tell me that this is what Maureen has been able to achieve in her entire life. 49 years of existence. 49 years of existence. This is one thing that she has been able to start and finish successfully. Let it be by the record that this is not your first. Sunday Igboho's fundraising was not the first thing that you started and you use your own hand to truncate. You have a track record of that. Bó o ṣe raise the fund fún Sam Ojo nìyẹn lórí WhatsApp group. Nígbà tíjà wáyé láàrin ìwà tiẹ̀, ó dàrú ni, and you did not only dàrú, ó jí owó yẹn lọ ni, and you have not even denied that. There is never a good enough explanation to steal public fund, you are a thief. Okay, you did not want to give the money to Sam Ojo, refund it to the owners. You never refunded the money. Bó o ṣe máa ń fojú ọwọ́ kó nǹkan jọ tó máa ń fẹ̀yìn ọwọ́ dànù ni. Maureen, ṣó o fi ìpégun jà ẹ́? See, I'm coming from a good place right now. Nǹkan àwọn mọ́mí ẹ̀ sùn ṣé ṣòṣì ní yàrá yé báyìí? Kò wá pé ní kankan tó ní láàrin gbogbo mọ̀lẹ́bí yín tó lè pè ẹ́ tó lè bá ẹ sọ̀rọ̀. O kàn ń ṣe lẹ́yàmọ́léyà, o kàn ń ṣòṣì, ratamáráyò, o kàn ń ṣòṣì. O ṣàfẹ́ ṣòfò iṣẹ́ at all costs. Must you end in prison? Is it a must that you must destroy your own life by your own self? Táyé bá ń ṣe èèyàn gan, See, one of the things you will know that the devil is at it in the life of a man is that he will first of all disconnect you from everybody who can save you. That's one of the evidence that you will know that ẹni yìí ó ti fẹ́ parun. You will first of all be disconnected from everybody who can save him. Kò kú èèyàn kan kú ẹ́ àyàn àbí láìfì yìí fọ́nì gan. Irú ròǹbòrùn. Ọ̀rẹ́ òun yóò ra kó bá ní òkè ara wọn. Look at all of them. Ẹ wò òun náà, ẹ wò Bukky Jesse. Ẹ wò wọn. Can't you see similarity in these people? Number one, kò sí wọn rí ọkọ gbé. Because kò sóbìnrin kankan tó lè lọ́kọ nílé. Kò sóbìnrin kankan tó lè ní adé lórí. Kó dẹ̀ máa wá ṣorí burúkú báyìí. Obìnrin kan tó lọ́kọ sílé that is answerable to. A máa ṣe Facebook live show every day, Monday to Sunday. Torí another man. Whether you are saying good or bad about it, you will spend your day Monday to Sunday talking about another. If you have a man that is taking responsibility over your life, it's not possible. It's not possible. It's not possible. What has Maureen been able to achieve in her entire life? I'm not even joking now. I want to know because I've done a whole lot of study about Maureen BADEJO. I can't point to one thing. Fear is fear. But this one, she was able to achieve it in her life. You did not finish school. Right? Bloody ass dropout. You think that is a lie? Let us see your certificates. In fact, mo ti fẹ́ invite ẹnjọ kan, jẹ́ ká kàn ṣe forum. Let us go live together. Invite me to your platform or I invite you. Let us consider, let us just ask ourselves some questions, me and you. Let us invite the whole world, be inside out. Like, let us just table things out. I will ask you questions, you will ask me questions. To every preacher that I have stand to speak for and stand to represent or defend at any point, I will speak for them with evidence base. I will ask you fundamental questions about these same people, and then let the whole world use their senses to be the judge. I challenge you. Put me to a forum. Put me to a debate. Because what has she been able to achieve in her entire life? Oh, Paris school. Tó bá lọ parí, jẹ́ ká jọ mú certificate wá jáde. Marriage. Overration money. You've had 3 attempts. 3 good attempts. You are 49 years old and have been engaged in 3 marriages, each of them with children. Oh no, 2 marriages rather, not 3, because the other one was fornication. That one is a seed of iniquity, because you were never married to Mr. Odiri. You were married to BADEJO when you were fornicating with Odiri. So 2 marriages, 1 productive adultery. At 49, and yet right now, you still don't have a man. At least if you have been able to keep 1 man, at least keep 1. Ọlọ́run ló mọye water tó máa di pass to bridge abẹ́. Ògbóǹtarìgì. Abájọ tó lose body cards. Kò possible kó má lose body cards. Ẹ wo èèyàn 49 years old. Ẹni arúgbó ti kékeré yẹ. 49 years old. Ó ti dìdàkudà. Nídìí ọ̀rọ̀ lọ́rọ̀. Nídìí ọ̀rọ̀ lọ́rọ̀. Ayé ẹ ti rí àdàdà báyìí. How many of you remember this day? Ṣé kí ní bright báyìí? Let me brighten my tablet. Let me brighten the screen. Mm-hmm. How many of you remember the Ewu kìíní kan rádà? How many of you remember this day? Ewu bẹ́ẹ̀ yàn ṣe wá sórí Facebook Live. This is our real face. Gbogbo eléyìí tẹ̀ jí rí ẹ̀ tẹ̀ sọ pé ugly. Ẹ̀ tí ẹ̀ tí rí ugly. Ẹ wọ ọmọ 49 years old. Ìyá olóbì fine jù ẹ lọ. Who still remember this? Lórí ọ̀rọ̀ lọ́rọ̀, she was so eager to just come and talk about people's life, people who have achieved success with their life, that she came on a live show nude. Ẹ̀dẹ̀dọ́mọ yóò tí ìyá wèrè. Ẹlẹ́lẹ́ yóò tí ní mental. She came nude that day. Bóyá yé ń ṣe ni o, bóyá kò mọ̀ pé òun ti tẹ live button ni o. Bó ṣe wá sórí live, ẹ wo ojú èèyàn, ẹ wo ọmọ 49 years old. Ẹ̀dẹ̀ wo bàbá 63. 49 years of age. "49, 63, 63. No, now. What have you been able to achieve with your life? Marriage, 0. Academics, kò work. Career, mba. Business, only you 1. You have done 9 business. I have counted it here many times. Many times. 9. At 49. Not only that you've done 9 kind of businesses, which is the least time, you don't even have a job right now. So in your 49 years of existence, of a wasteful life that you are living, you have done so much. I am asking the fan of Maureen to answer me one question. Téèyàn bá ṣà ń tẹ̀lé èèyàn, ṣebí èèyàn máa mọ̀ ọ́. Ṣebí wàá mẹ́ni tó ń tẹ̀lé. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ kí ni Maureen ń ṣe jẹun gangan? What does she do for a living right now? Right? I don't care. What do you do? Tell me what brings you an income right now. Like, how do you pay your bills? How do you feed your family? How? I'm interested to know. What do you do for a living? Àbùkù ń ṣòṣì náà káàkiri ṣá. What do you do for a living? So after all the engagements, you still don't have a job. Maureen, you still live in council house. with all the work you have done, and you are sitting down, spending hours talking about somebody who is the first Nigerian to clone a gene, a PhD holder, somebody who have published more than 70 medical books, one person who have built Faculty of Medical Health Sciences in more than 4 universities in Nigeria. You are sitting down to talk to somebody who is building a world-class ultramodern hospital in Nigeria. Hello, you are talking to somebody who is a chairman, board of governing council of a federal university in Nigeria. What is your relevance to Nigeria? You are a complete waste of sperm. You have not amount to anything. You will never amount to anything. Like, come on. You are talking to somebody who is a chancellor of Mountain Top University. Come on, man. Ṣé ti kíní ni àbáyítà ìrówó rà? Like kí ni? Àwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan wà tó máa ń sọ pé ẹnu èèyàn ò gbà. Ọlọ́run kan ìyá ẹ lákú má mojú dì ni. Bóyá èṣù ló dẹ̀ ń ṣe é. So I keep asking, ṣógun ìdílé ló ń jà ẹ ni àbá fọwọ́ fà? Because it's like ìwọ nìkan ló lè ronú. Èṣù ṣáà ó kàn ra yẹ. You know when the Bible says, because they have not acknowledged him as God and they have not, he said the Lord has committed them to a reprobate mind. Me like English, Yorùbá Bible sọ pé Olúwa ti fi wọ́n sílẹ̀ sí ìríra. Iyì ẹ ti ra o. How? Like, look at the margin. Look at the margin. Now, let's imagine that every allegation you have levied against this man is true. Let's imagine that it is true. Aláwọn follower ẹ̀ wọ́n sọ pé àwọn láìkì ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. Kí ló dé tó o fẹ́ kú sórí ọ̀rọ̀ lọ́rọ̀? Wọ́n pè ẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀, oní tiẹ̀ bàjẹ́. Tẹni tó lọ̀rọ̀ kí ni kẹ́ni tó lọ̀rọ̀ wá sọ? Nígbà tó bá ní, Maureen, tébù ìgbà mi lẹ́sẹ̀ ṣáà tó ní, yé, ayé mi tèmi ta. Èmi tó wá gbá lẹ́sẹ̀ nǹkan kí ni kí n sọ? That's exactly what you are doing. Wọ́n pè ẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ oní tiẹ̀ bàjẹ́. Ẹni tó lọ̀rọ̀ kí ni kó ṣe? Kí ló kún ẹ? You said repeatedly that you have never been to MFM. You don't know Olukoya. How do you speak for 9 months over somebody you don't know? Wèrè ń ṣe ẹ́ ni. Àbí ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ wá àwọn mọ̀lẹ́bí ọmọ yìí kan complete gbé lọ psychiatric kan. Gẹ́ẹ̀ yìí máa ba ayé rẹ̀ jẹ́. Because guess what? More trouble is coming for you. You've already flawed this law. You have already disobeyed court order. You breached the court order of the United Kingdom. Just the very first day. Mo bí question kan tí mo fẹ́ bi ẹ́. Maureen, who told you that you will collect work up if everybody believe you about Dr. Olukoya or any pastor? Like, what did you notice what did the obsession? What did you wèrè sí ẹ lára o? Like, even when you are talking about another person, you still have to talk about Olukoya. As much as you are trying to be careful that day, kòmọ̀gà tó sọ, Olukoya, kí ló dé? Ọkọlọ́kọ ló wá fún ẹ l'obsession báyìí. Who told you that you will collect work up? Like, we'll give you an award. Oh, yes, Maureen is right now. We now see that Maureen is right. Oh, yeah, take. This is World Cup. No, it won't happen. We won't understand. Because I don't get it. Even if today they say, when I say, everybody now say, okay, everything you've alleged me is true. This is my own thought, too. This is my own thought. Let's say everything that you have alleged Dr. Olukoya of is true? Do you really think it's worth the sweat? Orí ẹ burú, ìwọ tó ò rí ṣe tó ò lè dágbálé. Kò kọ́lé kò ralẹ̀ ṣó tán 49 years. 49 years. Ṣé o lè nílé lórí láyé ẹ báyìí? O máa rárẹ̀ kú ni. Because at 49 o ò tí ì dá níbi tó ò nílé. Àwọn ọmọ 23 years wọ́n lọ ń close mortgage deal. Mo mọ àwọn ọmọ in their mid-30s tán ti ra ilé mẹ́rin sí UK. Ọlọ́run á máa jẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ ríran re wò. Listen to me, let me talk to you real quick. Please associate yourself with people that can challenge your mind. Àìríran re wò ló máa ń fa orí burúkú báyìí. Àìrí ìran re wò ló máa ń fa orí burúkú báyìí. Everything is going bad with you and you are the only person that is not seeing it. Àwọn viewers gan ti jápa. Ṣé mo viewers yẹn tó wà lórí platform yìí ni? You know how many of them that called me personally? I used to support Maureen and wọ́n wà ń bí báyìí. Àwọn fan ẹ̀ wà, àwọn former fan ẹ̀ bí náà wà, wọ́n glue sí bíbá ipa ni. Because the truth will always prevail. Is it worth the while? Is it worth it? Let's now say, okay, everything you said about him is true. Do you really think it's worth the stress? You are now going to court, you are getting lawyer over what? You know they go to church. You know overpay money there before. Ṣé Olukoya ni Sam Ojo ni? Like, is it worth it? I'm just thinking on your behalf now. I'm reasoning like somebody who like you. I don't. I will never. There's no relation between darkness and light. But in your own interest, is it worth the stress? Wọ́n wá ń charge ẹ fún legal fee nísìn. Bó o dé ṣùkó fò sókè bó fò lọ́lẹ̀, wàá san. Bó ṣe wà yín nísìn ò ní kankan. Mọ́tò tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ fowó tó jí lọ́dọ̀ Sunday Igboho rà. Káà tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ rà tó jí lọ́dọ̀ Sunday Igboho wèrè tó bá ti rà kan báyìí màmá ṣọ́. Do you remember when Maureen just bought an iPhone? When she bought an iPhone 11 Pro ngbà yẹn tó bá ń ṣe show báyìí. You know, àṣẹ báyìí. Kò lè fọwọ́ kan di fóònù nílẹ̀ àjẹ́ àṣẹ báyìí. When Olukoya decided to kẹ̀ṣà rí fóònù yẹn, ó tún ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ orí burúkú yẹn nísìn. Source for us to know that you have changed your car. All of a sudden now, every morning, you want to do video in the car. You go to somebody's store doing like this. Which adult? Do you know that if I am in the store, I don't care who is calling, I don't pick your phone calls. If I'm in the store, personally, you will call me on video call and I will pick it up when I am in the store. Never. I never know who that person be. An adult. An adult. Adult. Like, I don't know. Kí ni ṣó máa ń dá addiction ni? Ṣé tó bá ṣe show lórí Facebook ṣó máa kú ni? Like, tó bá sọ̀rọ̀ Olukoya ṣó máa kú ni? Is it worth it? Àwọn wèrè tó ń fún ẹ ní support olórí burúkú ni wọ́n máa ya wèrè ni wọ́n. Bàbá tó máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ bí transistor radio yẹn wèrè ni ó mọ́lé ò mọ́nú ẹ. Ó máa yà. Nígbà tó bá ń gbé council house at 49, that's a definition of a failed life. But you see, it's not far-fetched. Ẹni tí ẹ bá ti jóná, wọ́n máa ń find it easy láti máa wá bọ́n ṣe fẹ́ fi láìtà sí tẹlòmíì. Èmi ò wá máa wọn wèrè tí wọn fẹ́ káyé tàwọn da kán tún máa tẹ̀lé wọ. Ta ló gbàdúrà ká Ọlọ́run ṣayé ọmọ ẹ̀bí? Ọlọ́run á dẹ̀ ṣayé gbogbo àwọn follower ibi tiẹ̀. Gbogbo àwọn tó ń listen, gbogbo àwọn tó ń everyone tó ń fún ẹ ní comment, tó ń fún ẹ ní hype yẹn, gbogbo àwọn kọ́là ẹ ní kọ̀ọ̀kan. Ọlọ́run á bẹ̀rẹ̀ látòrí àkọ́bí obìnrin wọn. Á ṣayé àwọn ọmọ bí ayé Maureen BADEJO. Because I don't know. I don't get it. I'm just thinking. Is it worth it? You are going to cut down. The implication of this is, yes, o lè rówó ìsan kì í ṣe pé. Kí gbogbo àwọn, because I know that all of your followers who are poor. Ṣé o mọ̀ tó tẹ̀ tí ń raise owó Reverend Soyinka mo sì wò níjọ́ 3,000 ló sì wà ń bẹ̀. Wọn kì í dáwó olórí burúkú là ń fọ́lọ́ ẹ̀. Gbogbo our legal case ó ṣí GoFundMe, ó ṣí PayPal, ó ṣí Cash App, ó ṣí Zelle, ó ní Nigeria account, UK account, èló ló pa ń bẹ̀. But of course akúṣẹ̀ ni ẹ́ àtọ́làtọ̀ na im bad táṣẹ́rẹ́ ṣọpẹ́ wàá rí everything wàá ṣe fi keep body and soul together. Wọn kì í dáwó gidi, wọn ò lè dáwó tó máa fi ṣe case fún ẹ, owó tó máa fi jẹun náà máa dá fún ẹ. Wọn kò yóò níṣẹ́ náà. We register 7 companies, no 9 registered company in the United Kingdom. Oh, none of it is running. And you are talking to a man. Àbí Genesis ló fẹ́ fi ra ìwé? No now, ojú Genesis law, Maureen, ojú Genesis law. Ó wrong now. On a normal day, tó máa ń gbó lórí burúkú ni àǹtí ní Genesis máa pè ẹ́. Oh get, ojú Genesis law. Wọ́n á ṣe ń bímọ lémọ. Àbúrò ní Genesis jẹ́ sí ẹ. Ṣùgbọ́n àgbà ọkọ gbọ́n. Ọjọ́ orí kọ́ làgbà, ipò lẹ̀gbọ́n. Kán gbé ẹ sínú Central Bank ò lè ní láyé tó Genesis tó máa fi kú. You want to malign somebody like that? No now. Is it worth the stress? Wàá máa fẹ́ fún tó ohun tó rò fẹ́ wá sórí kìíní o tú rẹ̀ sí òwò wá sórí show. Ṣé èèyàn tó normal ń ṣe báyìí? Èèyàn tó normal wá sórí kí ló ń kán ẹ lójú? Ta ló máa mú ẹ sí tó ò bá wá jọ yẹn? Tó o bá pẹ́ dé ta ló máa mú ẹ sí? Ta ló máa nà ẹ́? Ẹ wo wèrè olójú dídú bí ajá ọdẹ. Ta ló máa mú ẹ sí? Must you be unfortunate in life? Like must you? Jọ that reminds me, Maureen. Wèrè wo ló bẹ̀rẹ̀ la pattern tó là recently yẹn náà? Mo kàn notice pé àwọn olórí burúkú ló máa ń bá rìn. You have never make any right decision in your life. You have never made any right. Wèrè wo ló bẹ̀rẹ̀ la pattern òṣì tó là? Honestly, you are 15 years ago behind the real world. Like you are 15 years backward. You are like 15 years backward. Ta ló ṣì ń la pattern tó là yẹn? No, normally èèyàn torí ẹ̀ pé wò ló ṣì dẹ́hun tó yẹ ni ló yẹ ni òkun ọrùn yẹ dìyẹ. For crying out loud, you are 49 years. But since tó ní achievement 49 years old, bóyá ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ you know sometimes people don't grow with their age. People don't, clearly your brain is not growing with your body. Clearly. Joma wọ wig. Mo mọ̀ pé I know I've said it before. We could change the wig and that we are tired of it. Wig tó ti di tó dàbí wig tó ti di mopping stick yẹn. I know I said it before that you should change it. Torí wig yẹn. Ọlọ́run fọ̀rọ̀ kéèyàn rẹ̀ ni. Ti wọ wig. Wig yẹn gan ti wá ń change from black to ó ti ń di ash. I know I said it before that pé wig yẹn kò máa change ẹ̀. Ó dà ipò máa ń gbọ́ràn. But jọ ń dúró Ọlọ́run. Jọ padà sórí wig yẹn. Sórí irun tó gẹ̀ ó scary. We can't be seeing you and be having nightmares. Ó wrong. Ó wrong now. 49 years ló ṣe wá lọ́dọ́. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí n fọ́ tèmi. Let me not go there. Torí ó lè lọ ba ẹ̀yin kankan náà lórí platform yìí. Ká má sọ̀rọ̀ débẹ̀. Má ká sọ̀rọ̀ débẹ̀. ẹnìkan ní wíìgì tíyàwó lọ lùgáàdì ló ń gbà ẹ nìyẹn. bọ́ ẹ jọ ẹ jẹ́ kó lo wíìgì yẹn mí àánú irun tó. The wig is better. Sorry, I just have to refresh the page. I'm gonna refresh Kinian. It's not network, it's me. I wasn't seeing comment. I was only seeing comments from YouTube. I wasn't seeing comments from Facebook and the other one. Because everything I'm supposed to be aligned somewhere so that I don't have to keep looking like this and looking at this. Or mo ti ń dùn mí mo ṣe ń yí káàkiri ẹ má bá mi lọ́rùn jẹ́. Mo ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ life mi ni. Like, because you see, show make sense. Show make sense in any way. In any way. In any way. Show add up. Now, sorry, please excuse me. Oh, okay. Now, yeah, I think it's better now. I can just see every comments all together here. It's not Maureen, it's Bukky Jesse. Bukky Jesse not long family me. Orí ẹ̀ burú Bukky. Next time tó bá need information máa pè mí Bukky, pè mí. Màá fún ẹ ládírẹ́sì àwọn family mi àbò lórí burúkú ní Bukky. Wọ́n rò pé sí ara ẹ̀ nìyẹn. Àwọn ọmọ tí ò tí lè rí jáde yẹn kò sí ní ìwà ó máa hàn nù wà wọ́n ṣáà ni. Ẹni tó bá bímọ ẹ̀ kó tọ́ ẹ jọ ẹni tó bá bímọ ẹ̀ kó tọ́ ẹni tó bá lọ́mọ bí kó má bí o. Ẹ tọ́mọ yín kẹ́yìn yín lè dá o. Ẹ tọ́mọ yín kọ́jọ́ ọ̀la yín lè dá o. Ẹ tọ́ ọmọ yín kẹ́ lè nísinmi lọ́jọ́ ọ̀la o. Kò sẹ́ni tó bírò àwọn pàpàǹlágì yìí tọ́kàn ẹ̀ máa balẹ̀ lọ́jọ́ alẹ́ o. Bẹ́ẹ̀ kú gan ọkàn yóò ní balẹ̀ lọ́rùn. Ẹni tó bá bírò àwọn wèrè yìí. No, because èèyàn tó bá ti family gidi jáde tó ní dédé ìyá tán kọ́lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ lé tán fowó tọ́jú tó grow bí normal child tó grow bó ọmọ ṣe yẹ kó grow tó ń raise ẹ̀ láàrin àwọn èèyàn ọmọ tó tọ́ pẹ̀lú love. One of the things you will see in this people, they are not loved. They have been deprived of good life. They are not loved. They don't understand. So my conscience wọn ti wà tampered with because èèyàn tó bá tọ́ dáadáa tó dàgbà bí èèyàn tó wọ́n raise tó láwọn èèyàn lára tó fẹ́ èèyàn sára tó ní mọ̀lẹ́bí gidi tó ti bi ilé eré jáde kò lè dédé kàn máa wò ṣùṣùn pé tóun bá ti argue pẹ̀lú èèyàn kan àbí èèyàn kan disagree pẹ̀lú opinion ẹ̀ o kó ṣá lọ pa wọ́n ni kó lọ ṣá wọn lẹ́sẹ̀ ni kó lọ ṣá wọn lórí kó máa lé mọ̀lẹ́bí wọn káàkiri èèyàn tó normal wo ló máa ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ olórí burúkú ni Bukky. Èèyàn tó normal wo nìyẹn àwọn ọmọ yìí o I'm telling you I've always said it to you see I work in psychiatric health field mental health I know what I'm telling you I spend the most part of my days in the hospital. I see people working. Àwọn èèyàn wà tán sì lè process ju àwọn Bukky Jesse yìí lọ. And they're in the hospital finding help. I understand the stereotype that comes with mental health. But honestly, these people need help. I'm not even maligning anybody now. They need help. Ẹni tí ò bá mọ̀ pé Bukky Jesse ti ya wèrè, ẹni yẹn stupid o. No, seriously, ó ti ya wèrè sẹ́. Ó ń crack bọ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀ ni. Because àwọn nǹkan tó ń sọ, like àwọn nǹkan tó ń put the numbers together. Ṣáàánú yóò ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣe ni. Mẹ́mi ṣe wá èmi ò kí ń bínú sí mọ́. Àánú ẹ̀ ń ṣe mí ní báyìí. Àánú ẹ̀ ń ṣe mí ni. Nígbà tó bá sọ pé èèyàn kan ọmọ olùṣọ́ àgùntàn, one of the most renowned leaders of Celestial, tó bá gbé ìyàwó lóòṣà wá lórí. Kò ní dáa fáwọn tó bí ẹ. They did a very bad job. Wọn ò tó ẹ rárá. No, wọn ò tó ẹ. Wọn ò tó Bukky. And I saw somebody there again today. They say, he said he's looking for my family. Mo ní ẹ̀. Orí ẹ̀ burú. Tó wá mọ family tèmi ti wá ni. I'm the only, if not the only, the most gentle person in my own family. Dangbana Shoko, wo family tèmi. Tó bá fẹ́ ṣe wedding, o lè má rí bí kan fún ẹ lówó bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn kan come true fún ẹ. Wọ́n sadist ni wọ́n like party. Tó bá fẹ́ lọ school, wọ́n lè fi ẹ́ pa díẹ̀. Or wọ́n like school, wọ́n lè help ẹ díẹ̀. But tó bá fẹ́ ṣe case, arówó ṣẹjọ́ ni wọ́n family mi o. Àwọn kan burúkú bẹ́ẹ̀ ó máa ń ginger wọn. Wàá ṣègbè sẹ́wọ̀n dànù. Wàá kàn ṣègbè sẹ́wọ̀n dànù. Kò ní dá fẹ́ni tó bá. Ṣé o ti change mind ẹ ní Bukky? Pè mí máa text address ilé wa sí ẹ. Gbogbo family mi kọ̀ọ̀kan máa sọ bí tó ń gbé fún ẹ ní kọ̀ọ̀kan báyìí. Àwọn wo ló ń pọ́n ilé tó ń sọ ẹ́ dèèyàn èmi. People started sending message, be careful, Bukky just don't make empty threat o, Bukky is dangerous. Ta ni? Ṣé ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ni irú ẹ? Àbúrò ẹ̀ ò pé ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ni irú ẹ máa pàdé lọ́nà tí àwọn wo ló fẹ́ rán? Àwọn wèrè wo èló ló fún wọn? Ó dà pé ó mọ mẹ́mẹ́ o. Tó bá mọ mẹ́mẹ́ o, mọ mẹ́mẹ́ o. Mi kàn fẹ́ máa dárúkọ fún ẹni o, kí n má máa unveil fún ẹni o. No, irọ́ òun kọ́ pé mi kí n bẹ unveil fún ẹ personally. Kí àwọn àṣà àwọn kankan lórí platform ni o. Ẹ bọ́lẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ kì í ṣèkó. Mo mọ̀ kẹ́ ẹ̀yin kan máa ń wò mí bí ẹni tó posh. Mi tẹ́ yìí ṣe gentleman. Ẹ gbàgbé o. Love of Christ ni o. I born again àfi Dubai. But in reality, our street be stupid. Family mi kẹ̀, Bukky. Èló ló san àwọn ta ló mọ̀. Tádùúgbò gbòná ti fẹ́ wá. Táwọn tó rán wá tán bá dé. Tán bá gbàdé irú àwọn tó fẹ́ lọ bá yẹn, wọ́n máa káwọ́ sókè ní pé bàbá irọ́ o. Ṣẹ́gbọ́n mi ní irú ẹ fẹ́ pàdé tó fẹ́ dá lọ́nà, ṣó ń ṣe èrè ni. Wọ́n bá nù àwọn tó rán wá tán, wọ́n wá jókòó wá fún wọn ní gbó. Wọ́n máa fi gbó reason. Tán bá ti fi gbó reason kan tó rí wọ́n ti kọrin, wọ́n wá rán wọn padà sí ẹ. But you see, ó ní kó lọ ṣáàyè ìjókòó tádé lẹ́sẹ̀. Ó ń wá family kìíní kan, ó ń ṣe kìíní kan. Are you surprised? A ní kẹ́ ẹ tọ́mọ yín. Kọ́ máa fi pè ránṣẹ́ sí yín lọ́rùn torí àwọn ìwà wèrè tọ́mọ yín máa bú. Wèrè dìran leléyìí. Ẹ tọ́mọ yín. Are you surprised? Are you surprised? Ṣé bí bàbá tó bí lọ́mọ leléyìí? Kí lẹ rò pé ó fẹ́ tara irú Bukky jáde? Dáadáa wo lẹ rò pé ó lè tara Bukky jáde? Ṣé bí bàbá ẹ̀ rè? Superintendent ti ṣẹlẹ̀, olùṣọ́ àgùntàn leader ti ṣẹlẹ̀. Ṣé bí fọ́ọ̀mù lédì rè? wòlíì láàárọ̀ èrìkìnà lálẹ́ ṣé bí bàbá tó bí ni ló ń ṣe wòlíì ló ń ṣògbó nìyí. I will play something now olórí burúkú ọmọ ẹlẹ́nu gbígbẹ àṣàbẹ yẹn èyí ni ẹ wò náà ẹ wo àwọn association ẹ wo gbogbo wọn náà irú Maureen ṣe ṣó àṣàbẹ ń pè wọlé aṣẹ́wó sọnù jàgùdá rí i kí ni ìyàtọ̀ wọn kí ni ìyàtọ̀ wọn ẹ kì í ṣe pé ó join ògbóni nìkan let me read this thing to you tẹ wá sọ pé Bukky rán assassins yàn rán boys yàn kan lọ máa bàjá ẹ wú bà bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe bí jíìnì tán fi gbé ṣe bí tó bá ti jẹ́ pé spam bojú wòkòwòkò yìí sọ́yàkẹ́ spam eléyìí náà fi bí Bukky that's all she can do kò lè ṣe rere láyé àwọn nǹkan tó máa ṣe náà nìyẹn ṣe bí bà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni why are you surprised ilédì ògbóni rèé bàbá jésì rèé tẹ́ẹ̀bà rí gbogbo ẹ̀ ṣáà rí kì í ṣe èbù kì í ṣàràbù Gilbert Olúwatósìn jésì ọmọ Alice ṣe bí bà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni òun ló ṣojú bí ìgbẹ́ tán tẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ yìí ilédì ògbóni rèé náà that's not the point. Full name Gilbert Olúwatósìn jésì ọmọ Alice address CCC Tẹ́jú Oṣó Parish Yaba mother name Alice any relation name Moses occupation church minister òṣìṣẹ́ olúwa age 65 state of origin Ondo date of birth date 21st January 21st kilo kọ yókè ó cancel January 21st June 2001 ní bàbá ẹ join ògbóni time 7 a.m. in the morning. Now this form is not form to join. This is a request form. She is requesting at this time that the Ogboni confraternity actually do some things for him. So this is a contact form. Did you see? Kind of problem or purpose of contact. Kí ló fẹ́ ká ṣe fún ẹ? Kind of problem or purpose of contact. A. Adéfẹ̀sọ. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n máa kọ́ àlàyé mi ń kà. Adéfẹ̀sọ ṣe ti rí Adéfẹ̀sọ yẹn A. Kí ló ní kó ṣe Adéfẹ̀sọ? Adéfẹ̀sọ kí ló kọ yìí? Kó rọ lọ́wọ́ rọ lẹ́sẹ̀. Can you read that? I'm trying to enlarge it as much as possible. So it won't be bàbá èrè. Kí lẹ fẹ́ kó ti ọwọ́ Bukky jáde? Bánjọ kó rọ lọ́wọ́ rọ lẹ́sẹ̀. Ọ̀gá tàn. Kí ni third name yẹn? Ògúnlésì. Gbogbo àwọn people yìí they are real people so ẹni tó bá jọ mọ ṣẹlẹ̀ á ṣàmù wọn. Ògúnlésì kó rọ lọ́wọ́ rọ lẹ́sẹ̀. Olúṣọ̀gà. Olúṣọ̀gà is number D. Kí ló ní kó ṣe Olúṣọ̀gà? I'm not sure you guys are seeing it. Kárí ẹ tẹ̀lé mi ká lọ. Number D Olúṣọ̀gà. Kó ṣe kí ni? Kó fọ́ lójú. Ara àwọn lídà ṣẹlẹ̀ ni o. Number E Ìdòwú. Ọ̀dẹ̀ ni àwọn ìmìlẹ̀. Ìdòwú kó ṣe kí ni? Kó rọ lọ́wọ́ rọ lẹ́sẹ̀. Savage kó rọ lọ́wọ́ rọ lẹ́sẹ̀. Ọ̀ṣìn kó rọ lọ́wọ́ rọ lẹ́sẹ̀. Hi, Mr. Gibajese. Now, A to G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Èèyàn méje ni bàbá ẹ̀ mórúkọ ẹ̀ lọ Ògbóni at the same time. Tó ní kí mẹ́fà rọ lọ́wọ́ rọ lẹ́sẹ̀, kí kan fọ́ lójú. Olùṣọ́ àgùntàn tó lọ ilé Ògbóni láti lọ rọ wọ́n lọ́wọ́ rọ lẹ́sẹ̀. Kí wá ní kí Bukky Jesse wá ṣe nísìn tó ń yà yín lẹ́nu? There is a part that I want you to see nínú gbogbo dọ́kúmẹ̀ntì yìí. Ó add caveat kan sí tó wà interesting. Ẹ̀ka ilé tán kọ sísàlẹ̀ pátákátá yẹn tó fi báyìí kọ yẹn ò sí ní fọ́ọ̀mù. Yẹn ò sí ní fọ́ọ̀mù yẹn. Tí wọ́n bá kọ̀, tí wọn kò bá wá bẹ̀bẹ̀ tàbí tẹríba, kí wọ́n jáde láyé. Do you see that? Tí wọ́n bá kọ̀, tí wọn kò bá wá bẹ̀bẹ̀, tí wọn kò bá wá bẹ̀bẹ̀. I want you to see this place. Tí wọ́n bá kọ̀, tí wọn kò bá wá bẹ̀bẹ̀ tàbí tẹríba, kí wọ́n kúkú òjijì láti jáde láyé. That was a jáde láyé is what is ibẹ̀ yẹn ò show dáadáa. Kí wọ́n jáde láyé. You see the ayé? And he signed it. Your father-in-law orí ló yọ wọ́n o. Kí ló ní kó ṣe ọ̀sìn yẹn náà? Kó rọ lọ́wọ́ rọ lẹ́sẹ̀. Ó ti stroke ló fẹ́ fún bàbá father-in-law yẹn o. Bí Olúwa ti ká bàbá Bukky jáde láyé tí ìmọ̀ ẹ̀ ò sì jọ lórí gbogbo àwọn tí ó tó pèrò ibi sí yìí. Bukky Jesse, Olúwa yanjú ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀. Ìmọ̀ ẹ̀ ò dẹ̀ ní jọ lórí gbogbo àwọn tó ń pètò ibi sí. Do you know interestingly? Ṣé ẹ rí nǹkan tó kọ fáwọn ẹni ẹlẹ́ni? Kán rọ lọ́wọ́ rẹ lẹ́sẹ̀, kán fọ́ lójú. Pé méjèèjì ló bá bàbá Bukky kó tó jáde láyé. Wọ́n gbé dìgbàdìgbà káàkiri ni. Kò ríran. He wasn't completely blind, but he was not seeing anything. And he was completely paralyzed before he died. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń rò sí àwọn èèyàn, òun ló padà dàlé lórí. Bó ṣe dàlé bá ẹ lórí, Ọlọ́run á jẹ́ kó dàlé ẹ lórí. Tó bá ti jẹ́ pé o ti choose láti ya ọmọ ìgbé, Ọlọ́run ṣe sọ ìmọ̀ bàbá ẹ̀ dòfo lórí gbogbo orú àwọn bí ọ̀sìn yẹn, gbogbo àwọn tó ń pè mọ́ ibi sí, Ọlọ́run á sọ̀mọ́ ẹ̀ dòfo. Tó o bá ti lóòní wùwà rẹ̀, you will end like your father. Your father end in shame, you will end in shame. Wọ́n mú àìlè ọmọ ọ̀ràn kíran ọmọ yẹn ọmọ tẹ́ ẹ̀rẹ́ ní bí yín. Ẹ̀rẹ́ ní bí yín ẹ̀ríran rẹ̀ wò. Ojú ẹni bàbá ẹ̀ ti ń ṣòṣì, so kí ló fẹ́ kílẹ̀ ẹ̀fẹ́ kó ṣe. Bukky ọ̀rọ̀ Bukky òun ṣe nǹkan téèyàn lè máa sọ ẹ fi Bukky lẹ̀. Let me get back to Maureen customer mi wá. Ṣúkẹ́ mo ṣé irú Bukky náà ní ìsìnyá ìrògbójú lásán lọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ ni? Ègún ló ń jà. Ègún ni. Bàbá ẹ̀ ò lè ṣorí burúkú tó báyìí kí ìwọ náà má pinnu ẹ̀. Kò possible. Bible says a good father leave an inheritance for his children. Kí ni bàbá ẹ̀ fẹ́ jogún fún ẹ? Orí burúkú yìí náà ni. So tó máa ní Bukky ní kán lọ ṣáàyàn lẹ́sẹ̀, ní kán lọ lọ́ọ̀jì sótẹ̀, kán ṣáà lè rí jókòó tádé ṣá. Orí ẹ̀ ti burú. Àwọn àbúrò ẹ̀ ń kọ́lé òun jíṣó. How old are you now? 46 years àbí 47? O ní nǹkan ẹyọ kan báyà àfọmú. Kò nǹkan míì. kò sí nílé kò sí labroad at your age o tún wá ń brag pé o fẹ́ fọdún mẹ́ta dáwó down payment ti mortgage. Ta ló fẹ́ gbé mortgage fún ẹ ní UK at 47? Irú ìròǹborùn àti wa ti Maureen 47 49 ìkíní ń gbé council house ìkejì ń gbé council house ẹ̀yin lẹ́dẹ̀ ń dá Facebook láàmú. ṣẹ́yìn ò notice pàyẹ yín ti jọ bàjẹ́ pọ̀ ni same ni ẹ yàtọ̀ síra yín ìkan ò gbé kan. Wọn ò ríran re wò ni o ní achievement kankan bá wọ́dún tó ti wà ní England. Àwọn àbúrò ẹ̀ ń kọ́lé ìwọ ń jíṣó. Wọn ò ríran re wò ni. I know girls 23 years old closing deal of mortgage. I know girls in their mid-30s. I'm not even goofing right now. I know ladies in their mid-30s tí wọ́n ti nílé mẹ́ta ní England yẹn. Rally outside the country like stupid. See, when you move with quality people, oríire máa ń rọ̀yàn. Ẹ bá èèyàn gidi rìn, ẹ bá àwọn èèyàn gidi sọ̀rọ̀. There are some people who don't like to move with other people because they are intimidated. Má jẹ́ kí jẹ́ lọ sí orí burúkú tó ń dà ẹ́ láàmú yẹn. Má jẹ́ kí ìlara kó lé ire jìnnà sí ẹ tó o bá bá wọn tó dáa jù ẹ lọ rìn. It's a question of time. Ó máa ràn ẹ́. Ẹlòmíì, they like to walk around with people that they are better than because you feel you are not pretty. You will not like to work with people who are pretty. Girls do that rubbish. You will go and look for one fat girl to be making as your friend so that at least she find delay. Orí burúkú ló ń ṣe ẹ́. You want to stay in the midst of people as a man. You want to be working about people. Tó bá yẹ wá wá ní chairman bàbá o. Ó dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé wọ́n fún ara ẹ̀ ò ní lárí. Wà wá lọ sáko ara ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn tí ò ní lárí jẹ́ kán lè máa ṣe bàbá sàfún ẹ. Ó ṣì ní o. You better be ball boy behind people who are doing well in life. Ó máa ràn ẹ́. Go and ask any successful person. They have followed closely one successful person. Success is contagious. Orí burúkú is equally contagious. You have a choice. You have a choice. No, now. I know ladies in this same England. Raleigh anywhere dànù. Their 30s. Àwọn tèmi mọ̀ nìyẹn, àwọn tèmi ń bá rò nìyẹn. Ìwọ ń ṣorí burúkú at 47. O tún wá ń brag pé o ra báàgì handbag at 47. O ṣe Facebook live torí sunshade. Christian Dior. O ṣe odindi live show fún handbag 47. Over 20 years in England. O dá ní blọọkì báyìí block 7 ẹyọ kan báyìí pé òun náà blọọkì náà yọ ọ́lẹ̀ fún èyí o ò ní. Bọ̀ olówó tó lè lọ máa fi ṣáàyàn lẹ́sẹ̀, olówó tó ń san fún èèyàn kankan máa bẹ́ẹ̀ ya fọ́tò èèyàn, olówó tó lè máa fi wá fámìlì káàkiri. Jọ wèrè wo ló fún lówó kó máa wá fámìlì mi kiri náà lọ gbowó ẹ̀ padà o. Pé èmi máa fún ẹ ládírẹ́sì wọn. Orí ẹ̀ burú òrùpá àwọn dìdìrín tẹ́ jọ ń ṣòṣì lórí Facebook lópin ni. O dá ní nǹkan kan báyìí. Maureen 49 years old, nothing to show for a life. Wọ́n wò yín like, see, if you do a show and you see 2,000 people watching you, 1,900 among them, wọ́n wò ẹ́ láwò sunkún ni. Olórí burúkú bíi 100 ló wà níbẹ̀ tó ń support ẹ̀. If you have 2,000 watching you, 1,009 wò ẹ́ báyìí pé ayé gẹ́ yìí ti bàjẹ́ o. I think you're always getting carried away by the number. See, the third stage of depression is what we call validation. They will do everything to just get the attention. Once you see people who can go extra mile to seek attention. They say I'm sleeping with Genesis. All those attention-seeking validation. Depression ni kò sí nǹkan mi tó máa ń fà. Sunkún lè ní rẹ́rìn lọ́la. Depression ni. Let me not talk. What is owó ló máa jẹ́ màá ní kàn nù ẹ́ wọ́n máa rán yàn ló bá ní wọ́n máa pa ni. Bukky wá ọlọ́run o wá ọlọ́run dẹ̀ wá bí tó ń ti lè lọ fún ẹ ní psychiatric evaluation, get help. You are not stable, like nǹkan ṣe ẹ́. Ìdí ẹ̀ ń ṣe ìbú ọlọ́run yà sí nǹkan ṣe Bukky. Nǹkan ṣe gidi as in for real. I'm not goofing. How can you say you are a journalist, you want to do awareness for one thing that everybody know? Okay, you say this thing. If you say this thing is blue, we are not even saying it's red. We say leave the blue, we like it in blue. You say it's blue, they say it's red. Why are you trying to win everybody over to your opinion? At what? I really don't believe where. Stick to your opinion. You are staying on a live show, sitting there angry. And those people, àwọn èèyàn wa, oh, may God liberate them. Wọn kì í gbọ́ wọ́n ṣì ń lọ tẹ́lẹ̀ Olukoya. Wọn kì í gbọ́. Okay, wọn gbọ́, so what? Like, for real though, peace is very cheap. Oh, it's just a choice you have to make. Oh. Peace is very cheap. It's just a choice you have to make. Because you see, I keep asking that question. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Now, you've gotten a judgment in Nigeria. You've gotten a judge. You say it's kangaroo. Okay, you have got antelope one now in England. You will have to now pay. Oh, the liaison. So for almost the rest of your life now, because nobody know even how long you're going to live. They will now ìwọ̀nba táṣẹ́rẹ́ tíjọba ń fún ẹ tó fi ń jẹun yẹn. Ìwọ tó yẹ pé ẹrú ìjọba ni ẹ́. Ìwọ̀nba tó ń fún ẹ tó fi ń jẹun yẹn nísìn. Wọ́n á tún máa deduct nínú ẹ̀ nísìn. Tó wọn máa san fún Olukoya every month because wọn bí ẹrẹ wàá san. You've gotten, let me tell you, family, Maureen got the best judgment she could ever get. It will have been worse for her. As in, Maureen's lawyer is a fantastic lawyer. Did a pretty good job for her. Did a pretty good job for her. It could have been worse than that. She's guilty by all definition. Okay, now, to win arguments, I don't even know who is arguing with you in the first place. You will not remember your police said it. They said they want their pastor like that. Now you've gotten a judgment in Nigeria. You've gotten a judgment in England. By the way, you have 4 other pending judgments in England. One from Prophet Mediocrity and 3 other from individuals who are pastors of MFM, who you have run your mouth in your quest to defame Olukoya. You went to begin to make grievous allegations against these people that they are suing you on a personal level. So ìwọ nìkan lórí journalism wèrè ní ẹni. Like, so stupid ni. Àwọn media house, that's why I keep asking, who is your role model? Ta ló ń benchmark? Even CNN gan tó jẹ́ global news kò ní lawsuit tó ẹ. This is supposed to be non-profit, isn't it? Àmọ́ pé lè ní ẹ, but normally this is supposed to be non-profit. You're supposed to have a job. So something that is supposed to be non-profit to one record case márùn-ún mẹ́fà nínú ẹ̀, is it worth it? Orí ẹ̀ dọ̀tí ni? Ṣé ò lé ò lẹ́nu tó ń bá ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ ni? Ṣé ò ní mọ̀lẹ́bí ni? Olubori will get back now. They will say, and no, they transfer Olubori's case to the High Court. Now you will now have to appear at the same High Court again in England for another hearing of defamation of character. So you will appear again the second time, being charged by another institution for defamation of character. What do you think the judge say about you? Over what? Over what is supposed to be non-profit. Maureen, if you like, talk from now to the next 30 years. MFM will not lose any genuine member. He has lived a lifelong of integrity. Kì í ṣe irú kòkòrò inú ẹ̀ wà. Not such irrelevant, inconsequential, insignificant human being like you will discredit a man who has lived a lifelong of impact, influence, and relevancy of that magnitude. It's not you. It takes a mad person, a colossal nuisance that will listen to you and take your statement as a valid statement against someone like that. No, choose whom you will serve. I will see Olukoya like that. I will see Maureen, and I will choose to follow Maureen. Like how? 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 Oh, yeah. Maureen, I have a bad news for you. What? They said Prophetess Olubori is back in the UK yesterday. Oh. Maureen, ṣé tiẹ̀ wá bàjẹ́ báyìí? Olubori is back in the UK. Maureen, Olubori dé. Kéèsì tún dé. Wàhálà dé. Èmi máa ṣe ẹ́ fífọ̀ kan lé lálẹ́. Máa bẹ́ẹ̀ pè wọ́n pé ẹ jọ̀ọ́ àníyàwó ẹ má gbàgbé Maureen o. Kẹ́ lọ get date o. Wọ́n ti fún ní blue kan already o. Because the more you now appear in court for the same offence, kò sí ni you will get a very harsh judgment. Tó bá sọ pé alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ wọ́n parọ́ mú ẹni, wọ́n á sọ pé lẹ́ẹ̀kejì wọ́n misunderstand ẹni. Nínú ò lè àbí àlẹ́ lẹ́ẹ̀kẹta kẹ́ judge máa sọ pé madam ṣó lórí burúkú nìyí ni. There's no way. Wọ́n sì máa lé ẹ dànù ni. I can predict what will happen to you. Nínú kó o ṣẹ̀wọ̀n, nínú kan fi ẹ ránṣẹ́ sí Nàìjíríà. Well, you have an advantage, you are an Irish citizen. Wàá sá padà lọ Dublin. Kò ní dáa fáwọn tó jẹ lówó ní Dublin tí wọ́n bá mú ẹ kán ba tiẹ̀ jẹ́ dànù. Torí ò dáńbì kankan, ò dánlé, ò dáńtà. Irú Bukky Jesse náà bọ́ta ó lóun discredit àwọn èèyàn. Ìwọ ló fẹ́ máa condemn ẹwúrú ọmọ Lámídé yẹn, ọmọ ẹwúrú bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn for crying out loud. Ayé yìí máa ya wèrè o. Ṣáwọn bíbí máa ń rò pàwọ́ tá à ń wo Facebook, ṣọ́n rò pa stupid ni. Just couple of weeks back, it was you commenting on Olamide's platform because you want to use him to malign Genesis. Bukky Jesse was saying, I serve a living God. That was your caption when you shared Olamide's show. I serve a living God. You shared the show and she was commenting voraciously. Just a couple of weeks back. And now, you are making updates. Olamide is a scam. Whoa! Bomb the brake there, idiot. What did you have this scam? Because it did not go your way. Nígbà tó ti apologize again. I know for sure, since the day I saw his video apologizing to Genesis, I know for sure he will end up being your enemy. Àti wá àdìsọ ọ̀rọ̀ ń gbé ẹ́. You see that association? Poor people with poor friends. Obsession ló ń bá gbogbo wọn jà. Bukky Jesse cannot stand anybody say anything good about Genesis. Orí ẹ̀ máa burú ní straight. And Amayowa náà fuck up. How many of you is enjoying that movie? Would like obsession ló ń bá gbogbo wọn jà. Bukky Jesse cannot stand anybody say anything. Kí ló ń ṣe lè? How many of you is enjoying that movie? MHM TV. Mo lọ follow page yẹn ni o. I have like 10 people. Mo fẹ́ jọ tó bá ti ń happen ẹ máa pè mí o. Mo like show yẹn o. Very talented speaker. Very, very talented speaker. We're going to lọ dá ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì lẹ̀ mo kàn stubborn. Last year, I predicted what is happening now. I said the final blala tọ́lọ́ máa fi na Bukky Jesse. I said ọwọ́ Amayowa ló wà. How many of you remember when I said it? Ipa àṣán tó máa na Bukky Jesse. I said I saw it. Pé kò sí nǹkan táwa ilé sọ. Àkànṣe máa ṣe ń bẹ̀ ni. Pé bọ̀tẹ́ gba tó máa na Bukky. Ọwọ́ Amayowa ló wà. How many of you remember when I said that last year September? I said it in September. Pé Bukky máa jẹ ẹgbà. Ó máa wílé máa jẹ ẹgbà. Mo like show yẹn o. Mo like yẹn o. Have you ever seen me be drilling on any show and commenting like that? Mo sọ múra nù ní mi tiẹ̀ kí ẹ bá fẹ́ blog mi, go blog mi, fuck anybody. Don't mind my English. Mo like show yẹn mo máa gún mi ni. A very educative chat. Very educative chat. Ẹ fòyìnbó yẹn lẹ̀ má worry. Kò kúkú. Sister mi ni kò bá yín argue. Ó ti lóhun ò kàwé kò kàwé, everybody ló máa kàwé ni. Ẹ má wo tòyìnbó yẹn bọ̀ show yẹn wà educative kú. O gbọ́dọ̀ mú bírò àti ìwé ni tó bá wà lórí àwọn show yẹn. O gbọ́dọ̀ máa kọ́lẹ̀ wá máa dé ni. Wá máa dé ni. Èmi like ẹ. Somebody made a bet with me. Pé Bukky ò ní respond sí Amayowa. Mo ní Bukky tí ó bá respond kí n kú. And we place a bet. Mo ti jẹ́wọ́ ẹ̀ báyìí. Torí mi mọ̀ kó gọ̀. Ṣiṣẹ́ tó máa ń méwúrẹ́ kó báyìí ẹ̀sùn. Ṣiṣẹ́ tó máa ń mú kọ́mọ orogun tó mú mọ̀ kí ṣiṣẹ́ máa bá. Ó máa dáhùn. And kì í sọ̀rọ̀ pé ó dáhùn in all fairness. Òun ló tọ́ wèrè. Òun ló kọ́kọ́ wájà. In all fairness, let's leave jokes apart now. What she did to that lady is completely absurd. Kò ní dá fún Pause and Ponder. Ẹ sọ pé mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Kí ni Pause and Ponder ṣe inú ọ̀rọ̀ Bukky? Pause and Ponder was just making matter worse. Pause and Ponder too. First of all, ta ló fẹ́ gbọ́rọ̀ Pause and Ponder tó máa establish ẹ̀? Èèyàn tó ò identity. Kí ni Pause and Ponder ṣe fún Bukky? Ẹ gbàgbé. Tó máa ń sọ orí forígbè pé of Global Nigeria PSC. MHM ni. As in ó forí la anything, forí la kú ni. Went all the way, went out of proportion. Àwọn kọ́lá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Hello. Ṣé ìwọ̀n mi ni? Are these callers or they are messing with me? Now, hello, good afternoon. Hello. You know, I said it then, it's happening now. So me, I'm enjoying the chat. Enjoying the chat. I'm enjoying the chat. Go. We knew it's going to happen. So when it's happening now, it's just crazy. But this is not the point. This is the point. This is the point. At what point did these people miss it? Now, Maureen is saying, with any judgment Meiji, you have four penny other cases in England. You have one in Australia. She disregard the letter from the lawyer there, the disregard letter from the court. Now the person who had, is the person who, filed the lawsuit now has gotten a default judgment against you. Like, are you mad? They will not send that one to England again, they will enforce it. Now you have a case in America. Like, come on! Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Olúborí ló ti dé yẹn báyìí. Búkì, ìyá Olúborí ti mo ní Búkì. Maureen, ìyá Olúborí ti dé o. Búkì ń tiẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kó máa jàporó. Ọlọ́run ò ní jẹ́ kó o gbọ́. Somebody said, can you talk to her? Maybe she can change. Mi ò gbàdúrà kó change. Mi ò gbàdúrà kó gbọ́. Tó bá gbọ́, our God is a merciful God. If Bukky realize her wrong today, turn her back from her wicked ways and find God genuinely and sincerely, God will forgive her. God, ó lè máa dùn àwa kan. Máa dùn àwa kan. Ó yẹ kí àjẹ Bukky for real. I mean, I'm not God. Man is not God, so I can't think like God. I'm talking like a man now. I'm a normal human being. You see? So mi ò gbàdúrà kó gbọ́. Gbígbọ́ yẹn lè jẹ́ kó realize kó jẹ́ kó escape ìyà ẹ̀. God is merciful. God cannot but be merciful. Ìwọ ni kó má jẹ pa ẹ́, kó má jẹ ká jẹ pa ẹ́. Ìwọ ni kó má lose guard, má jẹ ká jẹ pa ẹ́ o, má jẹ ká jẹ pa ẹ́ lọ́mọ o. Because bá jẹ pa ẹ́ lénìí tó bá tọrọ ìdáríjì lọ́la, Ọlọ́run ó dáríjì o. Ọlọ́run ó dáríjì o. Ìwọ ni kó má lose guard. Now, wá gbogbo revelation, àwọn rema tó ń jáde ní MHM TV yẹn. Kò fi bẹ́ẹ̀ jẹ mí lójú. Who did not know that those things were going on before? Who know? Ẹ bọ́lẹ̀ ẹ̀bẹ̀ ẹ jọ gba oní sáfíìsì ìrọ̀lẹ́ ni máa bẹ̀rẹ̀. No, that's not God. If God forgive, if you turn from your wicked way, the Bible says, if any man be in Christ, don't preach the wrong gospel. Let me correct you. Rachel, what do you mean that? Don't worry. Rachel. The Bible says, if any man be in Christ, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away, all things have become new. What that means is that when you find, at any point in life, you find God and you turn to Christ, you are not who you were before anymore. You are a new creature, like a different being. You have never existed, so there's no way you have ever committed a sin. Okay? Those old being does not exist. What do you mean? That's the significant importance of baptism by immersion in the tenet of faith of Christianity. You dead to Christ and then you rise with him. But when you rise up as a different person. You understand? So if a man sin and do whatever, if he finds God genuinely and repent from his ways, God gives you a new start. So the Bereni, Princess Ade, she service the Bereni. Maureen Jimasun. Ẹ jẹ́ wá mi wo èmi o. Tí service bá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀, mo ti lé everybody dà nìyẹn. Tó bá dẹ̀ tún ṣe di àmàríra lọ́la. Àmàríra later in the evening. We'll converge later by 3:30. Ṣé service ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni? Ẹ bá mi wo MHM TV tó a ní evening service lẹ́nu o. God is not interested in punishing anybody. When I read the Bible very well, God don't punish people. God don't punish anybody. And it doesn't matter who calls you if you genuinely repent. The only reason why the consequence of sin will earn after anybody is the genuineness of your repentance. Okay, one service will be better. Service will be better. Goodbye now. No, you are wrong. You don't suffer consequence of sin if you genuinely repent. You are wrong. Oh. If you see somebody who genuinely repents, you will not suffer any consequences. So go and study your Bible very well. Those are one of the wait, hold on. Let me do. Those are one of the misinformation that we got from the Christianity of those days. Okay, one gather momentum. Okay, good. Service of Tiberi. Was I know what church? Now, let me be winding down because I need to go. We'll come back by 3:30, Shego. At the end of the day, this is the submission of all. Okay, I was trying to play something the other time. Orí burúkú tó fẹ́ bá Maureen. How many of you saw Indian? In fact, let me play it so that let me play it right from this time so that it can be visual and can be audio visual. If you are texting me right now, you're on a long thing, your messages will go to the world. If you send me a message on Facebook right now, you're on a long thing. You're lower. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sọ̀hún. Iyọ̀ ayé kọ́ iyọ̀ ọ̀run ni. Now, let me show you something.
Ọlọ́run lágbájá.
Nínú show.
Ní orí platform àgbéyìnká. Concerning every soul, every one of us return all glory, all honor to you.
Thank you,
Daddy. Thank you, Lord. We declare the program opening prayer glory in Jesus' mighty name. Thank you, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Good morning.
This is not the one I'm looking for.
How are you? Rejoice, 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 rejoice. The Lord is on the throne. And is God.
What that you go for? They can rejoice. No, that's not the one I'm looking for. Hold on, let me find the one I'm looking for. That's not the one I was looking for. The one I'm looking for is the one of yesterday. Tomorrow you go call me that no you be that. Are you real yo? Agidi ló máa pa. Ọlọ́run ti ṣe èṣù ti ṣe láyà lé because Ọlọ́run ò kì í ṣe àìdá. Gbogbo eléyìí ṣì ń wo bí òkété India ń báyìí. Now this is where I'm going.
No man. My name. All right. It is a splendid day, and I've got a very special guest.
Now, how many of you have seen this interview
of the Freedom
before?
Movement and leader of the Free
Yeah,
Nation in
Genesis
Christ.
How
I
many of you
greet
have
you and I
seen
bring
this?
glad tidings. Ladies and gentlemen, with us is Prophet Oladele of the Genesis fame. Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
How many of you have watched this interview?
Can you hear it? If you cannot hear it, I can send to office.
How have you been?
It's been
How many of you
good.
have really taken time to watch this?
One level of glory to another. Everything
Let
has
me
really
pause
been
this a
working
little
together
bit.
for my good.
For your good.
People.
When were you released?
It's okay. Yeah, I want to
of April.
Yes, we can hear. Okay.
1st of April.
How many of you have listened to this thing? What will any right-thinking human being fault in this interview? This man did not even relate any story than talking about himself and extending his goodwill. Well, I don't have any problem with anybody. Somebody coming there to come and concede and admit that this person was instrumental to my life, and even though things go bad, I was there, I paid my dues, but I will always still consider that moment that there was nothing and she came through. What other benevolence will anybody? But yeah, Maureen. But not Maureen, we're going to problem.
Let's log off and come back.
How do you feel joining the rest of us back in this part
we
of
return
town?
Icy. We return Mumibi Lumagun.
I bless God because He's so faithful. God is too faithful to fail. And I believe it was I was isolated to be revelated. So it was an isolation from my revelation. So I came out super.
That's okay, this was man. Let us move forward. All of us have seen this before, but I want to be not the best. Criticize man, you know.
So that is not supposed to be mine, because my CSC father happens to be a very principled man. My CSC mother happens to be a principled man. There was a woman. There was a time. The first land that was given to me, the owner wanted to
another strategy here.
A plot of land. I didn't build the land.
What
because
strategy?
God told me He would take me to a bigger land. So when the person needed it, I cried back to my dad.
If this is where I'm going, can we please this first line? Please, we're going to call that man.
Are you sure God called you? Are you sure God called you? Or your belly called you? I said, He said I should give him how God called me. And I explained, because I found joy in solving problems. Apart from being a shepherd, I want to be useful. I'm with you now. I cannot add value to you. A life of no impact is a life of no value. My father now said, so somebody now told me that, am I not a select person? I should go and walk. I should go and pray on that land so that the person will not be able to take the land. I said, no, I won't do that too. If God is going to do it for me, He will do it for me. My father said, if truly you are God, God will provide. And that was how
I think she just lacked content.
So the way I prayed like here, we
I
don't go
don't
to
know what she
stream.
was saying here.
When we started, I saw it as part of the journey that, okay, it's not bad going to it, pray for people, let them go. But, you know, when you grow, you grow from one level of understanding to another, you understand REMA very well. You understand how to apply word. You have to grow. So, I said, okay, this church, we're not going to REMA. Yes, sir. So, I said, we're not going to go to stream. Instead of us, if we want to do baptism, we have a pool. There's a pool at the back of the church, a baptismal pool. Let us baptize. Let us do baptism there, because number one,
ó ti change gbogbo wọn tẹ̀mí sọ ní délé sọ́ọ̀sìn ó lágbára.
You are taking people to go back in the stream.
First of all, he has always been saying this. I don't know where this idiot is coming
I'm
from.
not tall. If I should take someone to the
ó
stream,
ti di liberator, he's not more a pastor. Ó lágbára.
so whatever we want to do, let us do it here. Sometimes
This has always
it's
been
going to
his
be
value.
funny, but you know, a lot of people are saying things. So, and the way we do seminars, we do conferences, we do marriage seminars, we have counseling department, we do training, we have leadership school.
I am going to bring,
apart from Bible school, we have leadership school.
I'm going to bring,
so I just
Mr.
don't want to wake up and say,
the man that owns the first land,
working, you just want to come and sleep.
Let's hear the truth from him.
People will start feeding you. I started having problems through that. So there was a time I preached about eggs. That okay, we're about 5,000. If I should tell 5,000, all of you to bring eggs and break
Genesis,
it.
Mama, stop this lie. The more you wire, the more you debunk it.
Have a poultry. You know.
Okay, now this is the part that I don't get. What has he said that would possibly amount to a lie? What did he say there that anybody would call a lie? You know, he didn't even say anything. He has not make any statement. He's just speaking about his own philosophy. How can you fault? If I say, I think life is short, and you say I'm lying, you must be mad. This is my philosophy. I don't get it. I don't get it. He hasn't said anything that should be controversial. He's just speaking of his own philosophy. If I says, oh well, I believe that these people should be this, and you saying it's a lie, you are the fool, because this is my philosophy. It's not a matter of false or true. It's not a matter of true or false there. He was speaking, and this bastard is saying it's a lie. I don't get it. Like, I watched this and I'm like, on all fairness, I don't understand what she's saying. I do not understand what she's saying here. How many verse
we're going to have? Then some of my white garment people started attacking me. And why would I said, what? I've always been saying this, and God sees my heart. There was a day
hello, sir. Can you call in? I'm trying to call you, sir.
First fruit. I'm not saying you shouldn't pay first fruit. But me, I have conviction
I can't do that now.
Because I value humanity more than religion. So I said, okay, they said you should pay first fruits now. And the first money you have made, or God gave to you in the beginning of the year, actually happens to be 1,100,000. You've not been able to bless your mother. You've not been able to bless your father. And you are dropping the whole amount of money. Then your mother is suffering, your father is suffering. You are a fool. They caught that video, they started attacking me. So there are so many things. I'm not perfect, but maybe when I came in, some of the things I introduced, imagine they started practicing that.
How many of you remembered when Prophet OLADELE preached that message? Genesis Global member, if you are here. That's one of his popular messages. He says that not once, not twice. He's not making this up for the purpose of interview. We have this sermon. I remember him making that statement that there was a time he was raising people to raise, I think, about 500,000 to pledge, and people come out and he collected the money like this, and he said, I think they wanted to build a house or something. They want to build a church, probably a shared church. And one man came, brought the money, and he said, have you built a house for your mother? He said, no. He said, take. Go and build the house for your mother first. This is a popular sermon. This has been his philosophy. But you see, ẹranko ni Maureen, ẹ wo orí èrè. Ó dàbí ẹmọ òyìnbó. This has been his message. So now you are saying he's lying because he's saying this for the purpose of the interview. No. You are the one who have never given your time to study him. You have never given your time to know him. I don't think you have ever in your life listened to any of his messages. All true. But because you have selective hearing, this has been his philosophy the entire time. This has been him the entire time. These are one of the widespread messages that he preached that went viral. So they decided to say, oh, he's just making things up.
Two services, like we're gonna have one in the morning, have the second one. Why? Because I have to manage people, I have to lead them. There's nothing bad in having.
Hello, sir.
Okay, sir. In the morning,
good evening, sir. How are you?
Meeting.
I'm fine. Good evening, everybody on the platform.
Good evening.
Everybody on the platform, it's my joy to be with all of you today to the focus work. What the lies that they comes up with that the issues of your pastor, because you said you are poor. If one man will not be using this, the top of the life handset. When you started that church, you are using so many everything, the calculator type. How will you say you are poor? Anyway, that is not what I'm here to do.
Did you hear what that fool just said?
Sir, can you introduce yourself to everyone?
That fool just said, oh, you said you are poor. If you are a poor man, will not use top of the line handset. So if somebody have a phone, it does interprets to the fact that he's rich. And then he want to say that the phone he was using, he said he was using Sony Ericsson, the calculator one. So that equates that it wasn't poor. Clearly, that man speaking is an extremely poor man. No, he's not poor. He's in abject poverty. Ẹ wo mind àwọn èèyàn. Ẹ wo mind àwọn èèyàn. Ẹ wo bí èèyàn ṣe ronú. Ẹ wo bó ṣe ronú bíntín. Listen to this.
Everybody on the platform.
Okay. Yeah. My name is Olukoya and this is my second time on GIO platform. I was on the platform last year where they first come up with some bullshit story. Since that time, he didn't say anything back. But now that he has went to the mighty house to come back, he has got his PhD degree from where he went. So now he wanted to talk. All what he said is that the faith is a lie. And then you need to call that the faith that you have to make another video to correct all the lies that you could get. They said the camera will always leave their fight forgotten. A lot of people are coming down, I should let Dele go. I will not let you go. You will not be the first person that will come from a poor family. Check your calendar. Well, you have projected your new site before I ask you to vacate Coco Street. And you know the reason why I asked you to vacate Coco Street. Because I said it last time that when I came back, I was told that you had they did a naming ceremony at your church and the songs that you were making. These two brothers are fighting. I expect you to mediate between them. Not to be on one side. And the way you get on his side, that one, the battle you see is yet to be fight. But when I come, when we see face to face, that's when I will tell you that. Because it's at the end of who change their day. Okay. Mr. Maureen.
Sir, sorry, sir. What we are?
No, I'm serious. Maybe I'm the one that is.
How did Dele got to that place?
Can anybody understand what he's saying? Because I can't.
1999 also. One of my nephews was one that approached me that there is people that that time I had a problem in America. I was deported to Nigeria.
Now, this person speaking is assumed to be, remember in that video when Genesis said somebody gave him a plot of land free and later came and said he want to take it back, and people were saying no, he should do something so that the man will not take it back, and he was like, no, if he wants it back, I'll give it to him. And he gave the land back to the person. The person willingly gave to him, later came and said, I want it back, and he willingly hand over the land back to the person. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ṣó yẹ kọ́wọn àtẹnìyẹn ṣì ní problem, ṣó yẹ kẹ́nìyẹn ṣì máa ké láti over 20 years ago. Now, this person talking is supposed to be that man that gave him a land and took it back before he now went to purchase the land that he's using and the church is seated on till now. First question, I will come back and give you a feedback over this man. It will shock you that if it is a wrong identity, because the supposed man, we will look for him. I can guarantee you that. We will look for that man and we will have a word with him. I will make sure that I find him. I can guarantee you that the narrative will change. Sure bank and here. Now, let's now take an assumption that it is the man. You give person land. For whatever reason, you wanted it back, you got it back. Kí ni ìjà nù yẹn? For more close to 2 decades now, what is the pain in that? What is supposed to be the problem? So, just for you to have a clue of, because it's a little bit confusing.
Yes. I was born in Nigeria, so I know I'm a way back.
He said he was deported
to Nigeria. My nephew came to know. This boy, young boy, is one of his friends. He's a pastor, he's a senior pastor, he prays, blah, 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 blah. And you look at that, he just for normal prayer. Okay? He called the lady, he prayed for me. He said we'll go to the beach to pray, to do something, to pray. We also went to the street to pray, which is normal.
But he said he doesn't do all that. And he went for you too.
That's what I want to say. At least the man was honest enough in that place. What he said is that he doesn't do it again. He said it up and plain there. He said, yes, these are things that we meant. We used to do it, but when we grow older and then we understand the revelations more, we realize that some things are just unnecessary. That is what he said. Olórí burúkú ni Maureen. Ó yẹ máa contradict ara yín lọ. But there. That's what he said.
We used to, things are changing. We are going to get more advanced. Instead of going to the street, we can do what we do at the street. We can do it in the church. What we also have to have the water,
call or
pool, whatever, inside the church, and do what we have to do. We don't need to go to the street. Okay, if you say because you are short, you don't go to the street, but you go to Atlantic Ocean. So if ordinary river, you see, we get some to non-ordinary river. What about Atlantic Ocean? Anyway, Mr. Maureen, my nephew was what I told you after. That boy that I prayed for you that time, that he has a church there. He doesn't have a church yet, but people, they always do service in his father's house. His father has got this type of house, face to face now. I think he occupied the last room on the right. It's the right, if I don't make mistake. The last room on the right. So they said that's where they always do service. And if I would allow them to use one of the land beside me, an empty plot beside me, and I said, well, that would be too close to comfort. That I have another one across the street, at the other opposite street, that they can go there, I have another local street, and they can use that one. I didn't charge them anything. Few months after, they didn't launch that church in year 2000. And he knows the road. My family, that's my brother, my family, I mean my junior brother and my nephew. And my friend, even my girlfriend, no big deal. I'm a man, I wish I don't have girlfriend, but I know they don't get the plan. I'm not a pastor, I'm allowed to have girlfriend. I will not tell you for having girlfriend. So, anyway, let me go straight to what I'm saying. So when they launched that church, he invited all the celestial elders. They came to that church too. But the day they were launched, I was happy, but I didn't go there because I saw them as a junior brother. Why should I engage institution, but it's not on the last time I came on your show. I said, is it possible for you to build a house? And you say you want to demolish that house. I saw there as somebody in his house that I built. Will I use my hand now to demolish him? All the people in his church today that you are all those brothers in jail are talking there, because they do not know daily. I am telling you live now today, Sunday 18, 2021, that you are not called by any God. Stop deceiving yourself. I'm challenging your God. That God that you said called you, I'm challenging that God. Even all members of your church, they should not see me now as an enemy to that church. Now, ask Sister Maureen, because this thing is very big challenge.
I understand, sir.
But I will try to control my temper. Okay? So in that church, my funeral was the one that introduced to most of the people that he knows in America. On the stage that he said yesterday, he said he met that woman from London, OLADELE, whatever, in year 2000. You have been on that land before 2000. You've been on that land from 1999. But you only do the launching in year 2000. And I asked you to bracket the land, I think around 2006 or whatever.
So he said he left 2000. I think he said 2000. He was talking about 2000.
He
yesterday.
never said he left in 2000. He started ministry in 2000. That's what he said.
Then after they read the plan, everything, they read the bill, they not read the job, at least something they big thing where they having their service. So we now want to launch it. He invited others, he invited, I don't know whether he went to Marco or whatever, to get on that now he want to launch his own parish. That was how they did the Genesis, but it's an open street. And at the ISP, Abado. His member, I talked to some of his members today. They don't even believe that. They don't even believe that they spoke on their daddy free. They were there. Maureen is the one. Maureen is not the one talking. I watched the video by myself. I saw the last picture. It's not audio. I watched it by myself.
Gbogbo ẹ̀ Maureen ló ń ṣe kọ́ ló ń gba Maureen yóò gbogbo ẹ̀ Maureen ni.
If you can lie on me, everything you said yesterday is not in the point of life. And you are not, you say, stop nation, I'll be liable to call you a prophet. You are not a prophet. If I call you prophet, and I feel like you are a prophet, I will offend God. You are not a prophet. Get out of here. You see, you can send messages to the judge that sentence you. You can send messages to the prosecutor that prosecutes you. When you throw shit on me, then I will come back, I will bounce back on you. Go and ask them at the police station. They know me there. You know the time when they came to my house with gun and everything, and you know how I attacked them.
Sir, what actually happened? How did you eject Dele from your land to where OLADELE bought for him?
This is what happened. When I got to the service that my 2 years
So he left your land around 2006. Emma go.
Yes, you will have been on that land since 1999. Just check your calendar. Because you claim on that audio, you claim on the interview yesterday that it was after I asked you that I want the land. You were crying. My father is deceased, my mother is deceased. You have to go to your father's place. I want you to go and wake him up to tell you the truth of what happened on that day. You will not cry for your father. Your father is not poor. You say you are from Motobi, you are poor from Motobi, and your father is in the house. Not one room, not two rooms. And you say you are poor. You are poor. You are not poor. You are not people following you. Nobody will put. Sister Maureen, I'm from Ogun State.
Look at the man that does not even know where he came from. He doesn't even know where he came from.
When I was in primary school, at local authority primary school,
Emoji, oh.
If you have no money, your parents have no money to send you to school. They have free teacher training college. Either 5 years course that you get your grade 2, or you go to NCE. They are all free. Lagos State, Ogun State, Oyo State. I don't know about Edo State, they actually at the Edo State. So stop saying because your parents are poor, they bully you, they bully you. Who did they bully? Sunday is the whole that is, I'm looking for Nigerian country now. They bully him because of his fiber man. People bully him that he has no education. So I think if we be the first person that your mother and your parents will be poor, my parents were poor as well. And the only time my parents were able to put things together, Nigerian custom did what they did at Ibadan. They did to my mother. They clear all her stuff. When she traveled home for burial, by the same day back, they brought into her shop, into her warehouse. They carry all the drinks there. That's not what happened at Ibadan. Till the last week, when they need it to be that they have in Nigeria for some time. So they stop crying that your mother is this, your mother is that. Nobody wants to hear that bullshit.
Sir, thank you. But can you tell us exactly what actually happened?
Okay.
You've told us how Dele got
That's the point.
That
Do you notice you have not been able to answer
gave
that
it to
question?
him in 1999 through one of your cousins.
Yes.
And why did you tell Dele to leave the land? That he actually left that land around 2006, as you said.
Something like that. Yeah, this reform that I told him, they told that I needed the land. He moved out. Two things happened. First one, I called him. I said, he said, you did a party in your church, and you are all singing on the PA. That's Olajuwon, that one of my junior brother's son, his name was Olajuwon. That is all I know that the family was moving, I know that the people coming in love. Then you replied me that they said, I should not mind the neighbors, that the neighbors, they trying to misinterpret the song.
So it was actually, they sing a Oriote.
Yes. Another thing, my junior brother, the one close to me, was the first BADEJO of the Genesis Church.
I know.
When he was in Nigeria.
The one in America.
2 years after, he went to America. When he got to America, when he was in America, he always sent money to them when he want to do anything in the church. As the BADEJO, he still maintained his sound like sending them money when they want to people, whatever. He came back. He went to the church, not knowing that they have already picked another BADEJO. They cannot be to BADEJO in one single thought. You didn't tell him, and you are still on his brother's land. Yes, the next thing is all my other brothers, one that was going to neglect you, one way or the other, you eliminate them one by one because you have a plan. So, and the main reason why I had to cook was in 2002, I met these two friends. One of them is in Canada right now. He's a pastor. He has a big ministry in Canada. The other one, I believe, is still in Lagos. That one is close to one of Dele's former concubines. That was his early former Dele's concubine.
Oh, yeah, Payasi. Àwọn obìnrin yìí ti pọ̀ jù, a ti gbọ́ mi lẹ́nu.
Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Ṣọlá, ó máa ṣe ní sẹ́gun ló ń fún àwọn white garment ní ìyá. Mo ní mi ò ṣe ní sẹ́gun ní white garment, mo ní èdè kan náà ṣẹlẹ̀ ló ní òye. Tí máa fi kú ní òye, iná ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀. Tẹ́lẹ̀ tí mo fẹ́ mú ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn, àìṣubú mi tí àwọn ìṣubú ẹ ti wá nìyẹn. Ṣẹlẹ̀ ló ṣe ọ̀tẹ̀lẹ̀ sí orí bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Àwọn sílẹ̀ tàbí mi mo tẹ̀lé sí ṣọ̀tẹ̀lẹ̀ bá tó yá secondary school. Tẹ̀lé ló bá mi wáṣẹ́ mi ò kọ́ application fi wá iṣẹ́ ní Nàìjíríà. Tẹ́lẹ̀ o ò ṣe iṣẹ́ o ò sọ táàkì ní Nàìjíríà. Báwo ni fẹ́ lówó lọ́wọ́?
How is that the problem of this guy? Excuse me, let's pause a little bit right there and let's analyze some reality. Do you know that till now, this so-called man has not been able to answer the question You gave him a land at your own will, and not at gunpoint. Then at your own discretion, he wasn't sold, so you are entitled to ask it back. You took your land back from him. What happened? Do you know that the entire time we've been listening to this thing, he has not been able to say something significant? This is the third time Maureen is asking the same question, and this man is here saying, Dele, you did not pay tax. When have you become IRS? When has you become tax collector? How does that answer the question of why did you eject him? Oh, this person is one of his concubine. How does that answer the question? What happened to fi gbalẹ̀ padà? I don't get it. Ó fún yàn nílẹ̀, ó béèrè lẹ̀ padà, ó fún ẹ nílẹ̀ padà. There was no record of him fighting you because of this land, and I don't get it. This is over 20 years ago, 21 years according to him. He said it is since 1999. Why are you pained? Can you hear that this is a voice of somebody that is pained, bitter, and angry over what? Like, I don't get it. Can you hear the grief? Can you feel the energy? Tí n bá fún yàn nílẹ̀ tí mo dẹ̀ rílẹ̀ mi gbà padà àti mo lọ kí mo fẹ́, you can ask for it and he willingly gave it back to you. How will somebody still be angry if not that you are clearly unsuccessful, clearly jealous? Now, this is the part that is very extremely funny, that you are coming here to make an argument that you say you are poor, you are not poor, and me, I'm from Ogun, okay, Ogun. You don't even know where you are from. Clearly, this is a doctored conversation, but that's not where we are going. Now, you say you are poor, but your father built a house. Ha! So, coming from a poor background means that so tell you Baba Yoruba ti kọ́lé definitely is rich. I don't get that. Àbí wèrè lélẹ́yìí ni. The fact that somebody, do you know what Alakuko looked like in the 90s? Do you know what it means for somebody to move out of Oshodi to Alakuko in the early 90s? Do you know what it means? Ta ló ń lówó lọ́wọ́, ta ló ní lárí ńgbà yẹn tó máa move go lóṣòdì tó máa move Alakuko? Only poor person who cannot possibly afford. How many of you know that building a house in some part of Lagos is cheaper than paying a rent? Àbí wèrè lélẹ́yìí ni? Like, irú àwọn association of mad people wo làwọn eléyìí? Clearly, this man is bitter. You saw this young boy then. First of all, he said, as at then, he just got deported from England. That explains the rest. A deportee, ayé ẹ ti bàjẹ́ already from the start. Ayé ẹ ti ta. So the pain is that you just saw this young vulnerable guy who has once seek assistance from you, and you gave a land. Wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ fún ẹ náà kò jẹ́, wọ́n wújèwẹ̀ fún ẹ kò sí ètò ṣiṣẹ́ fún ẹ, ìyà ń jẹ ẹ́ ni. Because you gave him a land then, and now you are looking at him up there, but because character make you lose that connection. Character ó ti hùwà bàjẹ́ sẹ́yìn. So bó ṣe wá rí ní ìsìn tó gu ẹ̀ ń búyọ, ó wá ń dùn ẹ́. Jẹ́ kí n yá láńgbéjì Màmá Esabod, láwọ́ ẹ fomi lò ní. You see what bad character can do to people? You see what character can do to people? Complete jealousy. Why will you be? Tí ilẹ̀ yẹn bá ṣì wà ń bẹ̀ léni tó bá tà, you will make almost 100k. You will make times 100 of the cost of the land. Genesis ẹ̀ńtẹ́kẹ́bì ni mo fún ilẹ̀ tó fi bẹ̀rẹ̀. Yes, wà á rí lọ́ọ̀kan. Gbọ́ mi dáadáa, ṣé orí Land Cruiser kan ṣe nígbà tẹ ṣọ̀tẹ̀ èèyàn tó lọ sí prison kó tó dé 2021 Land Cruiser ti ń dúró dé. Jọ Land Cruiser yẹn bá mi tẹ calculator sí 47 million ló ń wò yẹn àwé 47 million naira ni o. Àwọn tó kẹ hate ẹ̀ náà ó tó kó bínú náà. Ẹ̀yin rò pé ó máa lọ ẹ̀wọ̀n máa dé ó máa rẹ̀ ni. Wọ́n gbèyàn wọlé bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn in grand style 47 million. In this video, you hear when they said the Prado is a scam. Bóun kọ́ ló ní mọ́tò. Ṣó lórí burúkú ni ẹni ṣé bá ba yín ló ra mọ́tò fún? Àwọn nǹkan kan wà tẹ́yẹ́rẹ́ you don't argue about it. Now this is the part that I don't get. This is the most silly thing in what this man is saying, whoever he is. Mobiti Atishogun Atajigbeda. You know? This person said he come from a poor background. You are coming here to say he lied. That I come from a poor background. You are now arguing that, using yourself as a president of, you come from a poor background and then you are poor. Let me pray for you, my dear listeners. May you never contest poverty. Ọlọ́run ò ní jẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ fòṣì figagbága. Mo kọ òṣì láyé mi. So me and somebody will sit down and say, why will you say you are poor? Me, I'm poorer than you. We will now be doing competition of poverty. Bàbá èèyàn kan ṣàlélẹ̀. Bàbá èèyàn kan rèé o. Òun contest òṣì. Òun fòṣì ṣe competition. Like, what is the argument about? May you never joy in poverty. Sonia Ebenezer Obey ó kọrin kan. Tán bá gbìyànjú láti sọwọ́ ènìyàn délẹ̀, tán ó bá rí mú wọn ló lóògùn ní òun leléyìí. When he was asking for the land, it was because the church was growing. Listen closely to one of the things he said that is very important. Torí ẹ̀ mo ṣe play I mean interrupt. He said, family nǹkan tó fi jẹ bàbá àjọ and ẹnìkan tó fi joyè. All of a sudden, one by one, he begin to eject them. So toró yọ àwọn tó jẹ́ tiẹ̀ lóyè nínú ìjọ oyè ìjọ tí wọ́n ṣe oyè sálárì ó ka ẹ̀ lára. Wàá wò pé wọ Ọlọ́run wà ní bá ń gbélé mi padà. You know, like children. Ó wá gbalẹ̀ ẹrù bó máa wà miserable. Ọlọ́run ò wá gbà fún ẹ. Headache kì í pọ̀ 20 years ago kéèyàn lẹ́fọ̀ọ́ orí 20 years. Ayé yín ti bàjẹ́ sá àti wèrè tẹ́ ẹ pè sórí platform àti tí ẹ yàtọ̀ síra yín. Like, how can you contest poverty? He said he come from a poor background. Is it your background? At least he can say now that he come from a poor background because the story has changed. If I say I'm from a poor background, how is your business? And then you want to come and say, no, he's not poor. Me, I'm poorer than him. Mi ò ní bá wọn fòṣì ṣe ṣayọ̀ láyé mi. Ọlọ́run ò ní jẹ́ kí n bá wọn fòṣì ṣayọ̀. Gbogbo nǹkan tó máa mú kéèyàn máa fi poverty ṣe competition, mo kọ̀ láyé mi. Bàbá èèyàn rèé o. And till now, all we are hearing is venting. What happened that you requested your land back? You did not pay tax. Dele, you are not poor. What happened? Was one of Dele's concubines. Bitterness, pain, and anger. Bitterness. Orí yín burú sà.
One day, they came back for some Sunday or Friday or Saturday. Some of his but in their
Simple question.
They passed through my house. They always pass through both Dele and all the most of his members. you come to my house, either to eat, to drink, or to do, if they want to do something, they will come. That is their first stop. The next thing that they came by that, Dele has bought a land, where there is new church, somewhere in Alakuko. They try to distract the place from me, but I didn't pay attention. Then through talk, a few days after story start coming in that even that land can be problem in future because the money they use to buy it, so it's not church money. That they got that money from one woman's money. Blah 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 blah. Then I look at it that this Dele is giving more people outside with money. Dele has not done two people money before when the police station came to attack me at home. They came with 6 police officers with guns. When I got my own gun to them, they know that this man they come to visit. I was really prepared for them.
Oh, you're so did you hear that?
I just have to allow Dele to go on his own way. And I told Dele, please, I heard that you got your own place now. I will need that land. I want to sell it. Dele said, where they occupy, it's not that they want to move in generally. They wanted to stay here so that they will attend with Dele. I need this piece of land. So you have to vacate the place. I don't feel that I told him over the phone. I'm not sure if I say to him face to face. I was already in duty before I called him. I won't have to that. I want to get admission for my first son who was in Nigeria. I want to get admission for him at BADEJO University.
Has he answered the question?
So I said, well, I can raise that one. Let me sell this land to bring that one. And that is exactly what I did. I brought the board. The boy is doing fine today. They can be selling land and that, but they can sell it 100 million today. What my son has achieved with that piece of land that I dig you out from is more than how much they are selling one plot of land in Nigeria today. That was why I asked him to move out. And within 3 months, he did talk to me. I think some of the members came to me and Dele and fucking. You remember that one of my children was sick in India, but that time we are having problems because of what Dele has caused to the family. You defrauded my brother through his wife. My own, I am not into any legal. If you think I will take it, I don't go to any court. We will not take the law into our hands. I'm telling you right now, we will not take the law into our hands.
But ó sọ pé òun ò gbá èèyàn kankan rí. Because gbogbo story bó ṣe defraud brother yín seriously into millions.
If you remember why I came to your show last year, people calling to tell you, you were saying that when I heard my name, that was why I called you that I am Shola Ayodeji, the Ayodeji brother you are talking about.
Yes, the Ayodeji brothers. Yeah.
I am the Ayodeji brother, one of the Ayodeji brothers. Yes. So, these are the words I have.
Sorry, sir. So he actually defrauded your brother.
Yeah, he actually defrauded my brother. Yes.
Through the wife, through the ìyájú wọn tó lọ kójú gbogbo wọn lọ yẹn.
Now, this doesn't make any sense. Now, has this man answered the question? Okay, yes, what I could pick down here is that the only sensible thing he has said is that he wants to send his son and give his son education, and so he needed money, so he needed to sell the land in order to fund the education of his son, and that's why he asked Prophet Oladele to leave. Fair enough. Now, one good thing of what he said, because he's shooting himself in the leg, is that he said he had. Here a life lesson here. While he was still, because they used to pass in front of my house, him and his member, every time they finish from church, they pass in front of my house. And then one day, somebody told me that he has gotten a land somewhere in Alakuko, and I heard that it is not church money that he used to buy it. It's one woman that bought the land for him. How he got the money is not your goddamn business. Matter of fact, he has never denied it that this woman gave him money. He has never denied that. Not anytime. Not now, not ever. Point of correction. She did not buy the land. She gave him deposit to pay for the land. Yes, it's the larger part of the money. He gave 1 million naira that was paid as deposit. I think they said the land was 1.4 then or 1.6. So he funded the rest by himself. So let's be clear about that. But you see, let's not take 1 million out of 1.4. It's almost as if she bought the land. So let's even go with that. But you see, how he got the land should not be your own business. You only gave him a piece of land to be using tentatively. So the anger literally started from you hearing that he has gotten a place for himself. Because if not, kò ní wà nínú ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. They told you, bó ti nílẹ̀, wá ní ẹ̀hẹ́n, pé kíní kan. Hear this life lesson. There are people in your life right now who seems to be a benefactor to you, right? Who seems to be helpers to you, so to say. But they are only helping you because they want to keep you dependent on them. Hear me. I don't know if this has happened to any one of you. People who you have good relationship with when things are bad for you. Only when you succeed, you will become their enemy. How many of you have experienced that? You did not do anything to them. You did not offend them. You did not fight them. You just notice that your relationship begins to get deterred just because you are succeeding. There are some friends you have when you were poor. Now when your life, God is blessing you now. This is what happens. Some people want you. Wọ́n fẹ́ kó wá gbàgbọ́ kó wá tọrọ owó tó bá ra bread kó wá tọrọ owó ẹ̀wà sí lọ́wọ́ wọn. You don't understand. People want to keep you dependent on them. So ó ń lo lẹ́yìn ó wá ti Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ bless ẹ̀ whichever way tó fi wá ra lẹ́tí ẹ̀ ó ti wá di offense. I don't get this part. There are people who are, helping you only to keep you in confines of themselves. Hear me. Don't you ever. Let me give you another funny thing. Those who live abroad will understand this. How many of you have experienced this? Okay, here we go. Now you will get it. How many of you have experienced this thing in life? Especially those Nigerians living in diaspora. I don't care where you live. You live in the United Kingdom, you live in America, you live in Dubai, in Australia. That when you came to whichever country you live now, when you are new in England, when you newly moved to America, so let's use America as a case study so that I won't be jumping around. Let's say when you just moved to America, of course, every person, not they be, just few of us, they be there where we best need Ubale Straits, we best in Dagoni. 95% will my days all day in your country. You understand what I mean? How many of you remember that when you move in here, you are living with somebody or you stay with somebody for a while? Some people, maybe for a month, just for a month. Some people stayed for like a year or two. Some people stayed for 6 months before you gain your balance. Everybody might day something in your country. And to this other in your country. Do you remember that tó bá ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ tó wá tuwó jọ tó wá lọ gbálẹ̀ tiẹ̀ ẹlòmíín náà tẹ́ dé sí lọ́dọ̀ ó lè ní ìgbà tó ti dé owó náà ń di skyrocket kó máa san owó náà àbí kó máa san díẹ̀ nínú owó ilé àbí kó máa san kíní kan àwọn ẹlòmíín dẹ̀ nice kò béèrè owó kankan lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ whichever one that applies to you. But do you remember that when God begins to help you that you gather money tó wá sọ pé o fẹ́ lọ dá gbálẹ̀ tiẹ̀, how many of you have experienced that those people that you live with begin to give you attitude? Nígbà tó wà lé wọ́n ń ṣe gbọ́ngbọ̀ngbọ́n ọgbọ́n ní wọ́n lára o. Níjọ́ tó o bá ti decide láti kúrò kó o lọ gbálẹ̀ tiẹ̀ lábúròdù yìí, wọ́n á bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní fún ẹ attitude. How many of you have experienced that? Let me see your comments. People you live with when you just, migrated to, abroad. When you are there, they are complaining. Your presence is, it's understandable. They will incur more bill, most likely. Oh, o ti ń lomi jù, o ti tó bá ṣì tú omi tó fi fọyín, o ti fọyín jù, o ti wẹ̀ jù. Èèyàn lè máa wẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀mejì níbà yà abroad láwa. O tó bá dáná, kì í dáná everyday níbà yà abroad láwa. You have to cook once and put it in the freezer and do this one. The same, ó dẹ̀ gádà wo ṣiṣẹ́. Ìjọ tó o bá ti lọ gbalé, ó ti dọ̀tá wọn. Ẹlòmíì nínú wọn, they want to keep you in their house and they are still complaining about you living in their house. But because they are still using your son and your daughter to file their taxes and getting returns on your own, nígbà tó ò níwèé, wọn ò fẹ́ kó o níwèé. Wọ́n fẹ́ máa fọmọ ẹ fáìlì lónìí. They will start giving you attitude just because now you want to relieve them of their stress. Oh, they move with síta kó o dẹ̀ lọ gbalé. Wàá dẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣe bákan. Most times ẹ máa jà. Àwa di pé ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ síra. You will not be feeling back ẹni Yorùbá ló dẹ̀ ṣe mí o. Now you are trying to make up, but they are just giving you attitude. They will just give you attitude. They will just dislike you for no reason. Oh, some of you have experienced it. Okay. Now, have you ever wondered why will you be angry that somebody who is living with you decide to live by life? Why will you be angry that somebody who is living with you is now moving out to stay on their own? At different time in my stay in America, so many people have come from Nigeria and lived in my house. Hear me. People I don't even know, I've never seen in my life. Just somebody who just call and just say, this person, is coming. Come now. There are people who have lived in some state and things are not working for them, and they get in touch with me. I say, well, come to Maryland. Maryland is a little bit easier. And they will come live in my house. I will drive them here. I will leave my job to drive them to, okay, go and do this document, you have to register here. Somebody, a family, husband, wife, with the sister of the wife, moved into my house one of them was pregnant. Moved into my house at one time. They never shared bill one day with me. The second day they moved to this United States, I've already push button. The second day they moved into this country, they started working. It was me who still used my name to go and do everything for them. I used my name to co-sign at the car dealership to buy a car for the husband. Took them to where they're going to do this, do that. It is my address they use for every document. Take them to where they're going to rent the house. I was the one who still put my name to rent an apartment for them. If they turns bad against me, I still did not wish them evil till today. I don't even know where they are right now. Do they have to tell me thank you? Do they have to repay me? No. Ṣọ́n lẹ́lẹ́ dání. Wọ́n ṣàìdá sí mi, wọ́n kàn dáná síra wọn lórí ni. Wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ mi láìdá, wọ́n kàn dáná síra wọn lórí ni. There is a God in heaven that judges the affairs of men. They will complain that you stay in their house. You will decide to move out. And they will still be angry. Irú nǹkan tó ṣe máa ń yẹ dáadáa nìyẹn. Torí o gbọ́ pé ó ralẹ̀. So o gbàdúrà kó rówó ralẹ̀ ni. I don't get it. Do you know that I was expecting him to say he did this evil? Ó sọ pé àwọn ará community sọ pé wọ́n ń kọrin nínú loudspeaker. Ẹ gbà mí. That's why you reject him. The only tangible thing he said is, okay, you needed money to fund your child education. Good enough. And you want to decide to sell the land. You know the truth. Why don't you pay money to go move a tile you and see whether if you interested in buying, buy. If you are not interested, I want to sell it. Fair deal. But people just don't want you to grow. They want to keep you. Wọ́n fẹ́ dá ìjókòó sákàtà ẹni. Gbogbo aṣeni lóore ẹ̀dẹ́ tó ń dá ògùn ayé yín dúró tó ń fi yín sábẹ́ ẹ̀tàn. Ọlọ́run ipá ńlá Ọlọ́run á fà yín yọ. Everyone who have been of help to you, and by so hold down your moving forward, hold down your glory. Because of that, àwọn afọ̀yàyà, àwọn afore gbogbo, God will bring you out. The mighty, everybody who is angry at your moving forward. Àwọn tó máa ń sọ ìtàn, àmọ̀gbà tó dé náà, èmi ni mo gbà, ilé mi ló dé sí ìgbà tó dé Amẹ́ríkà yìí. Èmi mo máa ń mú lọ nígbà yẹn kò ìgbà tó máa ra mọ́tò Camry 2002 kan ni ló lọ. Mo mọ̀gbà tó dé náà, èmi ni mo bá wáṣẹ́ sí hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì yẹn tó ti ń fọ abọ́ náà. Abọ́ ló ń fọ̀ ní hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì yẹn ní downtown Baltimore. All those Akintola Takmanlari ìtàn. Everyone who is angry. See, o ṣáájú mi dá broad ò ní kó ṣáájú mi ṣoríire o. Grace oníkálukú yàtọ̀ o. But tó o bá rore tínú ẹ bá dẹ̀ dùn sí moving forward ẹlòmíì, is a question of time you will move forward. There are so many of people who have done good, but they are not reaping the reward of their goodness because wọ́n ti fi ìlara àti character burúkú, wọ́n ti fi destroy, wọ́n ti fi truncate. You have caused you broke the relationship of where you are supposed to be reaping. Now you are dying in pain and anger. You are dying in pain and anger. Gbogbo ẹni tó ṣe yín lórí ẹ̀kan tó wá fẹ́ torí ẹ̀ da akoto bo ògo yín, ipá ńlá Ọlọ́run á fún yín jáde. This is satanic. This is barbaric. No, nothing sensible in everything I just said. I needed this land, I want to sell it. Well, fair enough. That's all. That's all. I'm not even interested in all this thing again.
You see, we have to continue with the interview. There are a lot of lies in that interview. A lot of lies. A lot of lies. What I expected this man, all of you can be abusing me, can be saying all sort of nonsense. What this man supposed to do is to just put his eyes in under. You see all this PRO. You are in interview lọ́dọ̀ mama na liar. Lálẹ́ yìí, àìmá tún gbọ́rọ̀ tó máa irọ́ mi máa tún dé lórí irọ́ náà ni. So continue to move from one platform to the other. Kó má ó ṣáà ti fẹ́ káwọn múgùn ìjọ kó tún gbà wọn.
Maureen, even when he was in prison, he was still blessed. He doesn't need to gather anybody. He's blessed already. If God can help you to have 10%, ṣebí wọ́n register church in UK. Ìjọba ìlẹ̀ fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ service. Wọ́n ti close registration yẹn báyìí. Ṣebí wọ́n register church in UK. What is your life about? Like, what is your life about?
Anyone. If they should give it, I give it back to them because I don't want to believe we are doing business. Why would you give me on the right? What for? I came to do the work of God. You've been able to buy my ticket, fine. Because there was one I traveled. That was the first time I went to America. So when the man gave me money, I gave it to my my spiritual father, the man who God used for me when I started. That was the first thing. I said, no, anywhere I go, don't give me money. Let me preach and go. We're not doing business. Why will you give me money? So maybe some people now start saying like, why? There was a day we had a meeting.
Do you remember Sunday Ajayi in Chicago? At least I was antagonist. He spoke evil about him. But I asked me a fundamental question. Remember, he called on my show and I said, when he came, he has been to your church twice. Did he collected any money from you? He said, I offered him money and he returned it back to me. Twice, somebody flying from Nigeria to Chicago to attend your harvest without collecting honorarium from you. So, kí ló ń pa Maureen lẹ́kún?
Told me, what right have I got?
Did you hear that?
Money and give to
they
someone.
Don't give him money. Why are you giving him money?
While I was preaching, my members valued what I was preaching and started blessing me. We're back. And I gave the money to who I like.
I'm not interested in this madness again.
You go and bring money. I've never done that.
confirmed it himself on this video pé òun wo Ìdà Òòṣà, òun wo Ayọ̀rìn, Samson Ayọ̀rìndé, mo ní àwọn fake ló lọ́wọ́.
Because nǹkan tó lè ṣe nìyẹn tó lè fi jẹ even gan you go and read the book tí evangelist Epsiba Bisola Johnson wọ́n ní bí tv show àwọn ṣe máa ń ṣe tó máa ń short channels àwọn Christian channels yẹn máa wo everybody so àwa mú gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tó bá sọ máa jot it down tó bá kọ́ sórí stage àwọn sọ̀rọ̀.
This is ASABE. Let's put this. This is madness.
a ló sọ fún ẹ pé ìyẹn jẹ kò jẹ wà náà nínú celestia ẹ̀mí ló darí ẹ̀mí ni tábàdàn tó bẹ ṣe kún fà ṣe.
This is ASABE saying nonsense.
Àwọn èèyàn máa tún tọ́ọ̀kì you are looking for trouble. Ó jẹ́ lọ jókòó. This man.
Now, what are they trying to do? You trying to silence him or what? I don't get this part. Are you trying to silence him so he can't say what everybody? There should be a freedom of expression. Did he just say that Prophet Benson Ìdà Òòṣà is fake? Did you hear him when he said that? That I listened to Ìdà Òòṣà? Ìdà Òòṣà. Ìdà Òòṣà. Ayé ẹ ti fẹ́ bàjẹ́ o. Ìdà Òòṣà. Ìdà Òòṣà. I'm done with this foolishness. It just don't make any sense. Now, ASABE spent on a show. ASABE spent an hour calling. Do you know that the entire of 2 hours of this show, nothing substantial? Well, let me sum up by telling you that Maureen will go to jail. Wọ́n ní service ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Maureen will go to jail. Educative chat kan wà tó làmìlà kan around follow by. Àwọn revelation ń jáde níbi àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀mí ń jáde. Maureen will go to jail because now something else is cooking for him. It's cooking up for him. Sorry, it's cooking for her. The man again mass òyìnbó. Anamáyọ̀wá tí mò ń rò lọ́kàn mi. Ó ní jẹ́ kí n máa sọ òyìnbó Anamáyọ̀wá o. Ladies and gentlemen, I know that we're supposed to do something else today, and we are doing all these crazy people. I'll see you by 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, and we continue our series of healing broken trust. Like you can't just, I'm just tired. But I can guarantee you to everyone that cares that ọmọ burúkú yìí máa ṣe wọn. Sure banker nìyẹn. Kò lè escape ẹ o. Kò lè bomb ẹ o. Well, thank you very much for joining. I will see you guys again. I will see you tomorrow. I will continue our, series of healing broken trust by, our April series of teaching. Maureen Mashewo, I can guarantee you that. I know that there are some things I don't want to talk about right now, but we need to catch up. Eba mi ní MHM TV. Àwọn revelation kan jáde, àwọn revelation book ìjẹsẹ̀. Till I come your way tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, ó dàbọ̀. Mo lọ wo service. Mo lọ church.
Olukoya money, easy.